around.
Oops, I posted the wrong text.
You should actually sit start screen.
The lag on the Twitch stream isn't not that bad.
I wasn't streaming, is it? Good. I was about to talk about hemorrhoids.
Ooh.
Hemorrhoids, I hardly knew her.
That doesn't make sense.
Hey, there we are. I run the YouTube now.
YouTube.
Yeah, hey, YouTube and Twitch.
But
we
we
can have
haven't done
both of
our
the
intro.
things.
Oh.
Oh, it's getting sexy.
But the intro comes soon.
I hope so.
Well, if the intro's not going to come...
Make it stop, please!
Hello, future.
Welcome, friends of all design. I'm still buttoning my shirt.
Classy shirt, man.
It's a good shirt. I wore the same shirt last week, apparently, so let's draw more attention to that.
I got told I shouldn't do that.
What?
Do what?
Because I kept wearing the same shirt. Cheryl noticed. Like, stop wearing the same shirt every week.
But, in speaking of not wearing the same thing, look at Mr. Receding Hairline here.
You can see it.
That's where he wears the hat.
Pre-
No, it's not. Oh, actually, that was more than I expected.
Yeah, no, it's actually...
When did that happen, man?
Every
month
day
of your life.
yeah. It's on the cusp of just wanting to just lob it all off and go on bald.
Oh.
Welcome to the last episode ever of FMVGames.
Did we say that last week?
No, last week was the last regular episode.
Oh.
Because this is a special end of year extravaganza.
Super special.
Which means we're going to talk about video games. It's going to be crazy. I am your host, Paul, and joining me today is my good friend, James.
Hello, everyone.
And my up-and-coming friend, Anais.
Hi.
Oh, look at her. She's rising the ranks every week.
Yep.
Yay.
She sung a little bit today. Just a little bit.
She
What?
almost sung.
You sung just a little
She said a
bit.
note, like she said a word in tone, in melody.
Yep.
It's just like
It was an accident.
she just
Never
said, like,
happen again.
hello. That's kind of singing.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
One day.
Anyway, this is the last show of the year, and the last show we're calling FMV Games. We will be back next year, but we're just going to rebrand and bring everything more
Yeah, we'll do some stuff
together.
Which also means if you have any changes you want to see, if you want less Paul, more James,
Said nobody ever.
More bacon hat? Less
more bacon hat. Should we all have bacon hats? Let us know because we will definitely take that feedback on board.
And I will rightly throw it away. There we go. Before we get into basically our discussions of Game of the Year and such, let's get a little bit more local and talk about what we did this week. And so I ask you to listen while I talk.
Go, man.
Because this week I decided to pick up in the Steam sales
Yep.
a game that I'd been waiting to try out. I didn't even know it had come out. Very, very little fanfare from one of my favorite developers these days. Developed Hard Reset, the first reboot of Shadow Warrior, currently working on Shadow Warrior 2.
Which is looking cool.
Yeah, so this is Wild Hog. And they, in their spare time, made a game called Juju. No,
Juju.
not two Jewish people. Juju.
All right. What is it? A shooter?
No, it's not a shooter.
All right.
It's inspired by
Aw.
Donkey Kong, like all the modern Donkey
What?
Kongs, really. So it's a side-scrolling 2D game with really inspired by Donkey Kong art.
Looks a bit Rayman as well.
And
new
at least in the
Rayman.
color usage of it, like
Yeah.
you're this pink panda, and
Panda.
He's digging through the ground.
yeah, it's full of really good design and everything. So this really can come out as a pretty short impressions review of it. If you are an adult gamer and you are looking at this and saying like, oh, that's kind of cute, like Donkey Kong, could be fun like Donkey Kong. No,
Oh,
it's not. Because what they did, and this is the actual design of the game, if you notice at the beginning of the level here, you probably didn't. It said another player to push B to join in. This was made by the developers to play with their young kids. So if you actually look at the design of this game, like they take a lot of cues from Donkey Kong, but they also just do a lot of things that are fun, but not actually dangerous. Like a lot of game mechanics, like even just the run there, like it has this impression of trying to quickly get across just in its normal run animation. So it gives you a lot of things to do, and each level you get to the end, but it's more based on collecting as many things as you go along, and then you get...
So not really timed.
Yeah, it's not so much timed, and a lot of the mechanics are just based around being able to get through it, and it not necessarily being hardcore platforming, but more about exploring and trying different things and interacting with things. Like, one of my abilities is I can sing.
Yep.
So sing next to things. If you sing next to an enemy, they actually start to dance. And some of the animations are so good.
That's amazing.
So this character up here, he's
Does
just
he
like,
dance? Does he dance?
Yeah, you sing next to him, and then he does like a jungle dance.
Oh,
his belly!
Yeah, and you go along
amazing.
with your... So this is a game...
It's like a fist.
Yeah, like you become aware sometimes that design's not necessarily about giving you an adult challenge. This is really designed to play with a young kid. So if you are, a young parent or anything, you've got kids, I don't know, probably up to about 8.
I like how they're
really
actually fists.
Yeah, like really nice
That's
design.
cool.
The whole thing is very impressive design-wise, and it's still quite fun to move around with. You're just not going to hit a challenge suitable for an adult.
Yeah.
But that's not what they were trying to make.
So I might be able to finish it.
Yeah. Actually, here, you watch the little crab dance.
Aww.
He's like,
look at him
he's
dance.
kind of looking at his claws, going,
Why did you kill him?
because I'm a monster.
He was mid-dance.
So yeah, Juju at the moment, like I think it's like normally like a $15, $20 purchase, but it's a $3 purchase during the Steam sale.
Really?
So if you've got a kid, I reckon it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Is it on console?
No, they haven't pushed it for a console or
I
anything.
feel like it'd go well on Wii U or something.
It could do quite well, yeah. I mean, it's a little bit saturated with colourful platformers on Wii U.
True.
But the thing is, like, if you buy like Tropical Freeze for your kids, and they're like young kids, they're never finishing.
I'm
that
not
fucking game.
playing Tropical Freeze.
Tropical-
That game's way too hard
Tropical
for me.
Freeze gets hard within the first world. This is a suitable challenge for young kids, whilst not being mindlessly boring to play as an adult with them. Like, it's still got enough in there that I wasn't
When you
having a
say
terrible time with it.
with them, like multiplayer
Yeah,
co-op?
it's
or...
two-player co-op. The other characters are a lizard.
Oh,
Do
okay.
Yeah.
Do they work together?
Because I didn't have anyone else to play
you
with.
didn't, not sure.
Apparently, they have some basic interactions together.
Okay.
But I haven't played that to see. But yeah, I was like, hey, that's cool. And I can like sort of psych out the beginning of the Game of the Year show by talking about a little platformer called Juju for like 6-year-olds.
Super pretty.
Yeah. Okay. So let's move on to some actual games.
All right.
I mean, it's still an actual game. It's really well made, and yeah, Shadow Warrior 2 has to be among my most anticipated games coming up. I don't know. Did you see stuff from E3 on that?
Maybe?
Shadow Warrior 2 is not open world, but it's open level design. So large arenas, and it's 4-player co-op, and you can sort of cross between different missions.
It reminded
and
me a
there's-
little bit of Borderlands, where you can kind of have people drop in
Yeah,
a little
yeah,
bit.
kind
Not that kind of leveling up, but just like
But-
this world which you can have an open game and people can jump in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Less like, I mean, lots of people like Borderlands, but less repetitive than Borderlands.
Okay.
Still like a really interesting first-person shooter world with just crazy combat. But anyway, what have you been playing, James?
Well, let's move on from games for kids
Yeah.
to games for adults.
Yay!
Time for some smut. So Steam sale, I picked up kind of on a whim. I bought Honey Pop. You heard of Honey Pop?
I did before the show when you talked
I
about
talked about it, yeah, okay. Honey Pop, all right. It's a complicated one, this one. It's basically a hentai game, like an adult game, crossed with a match 3. So it's sort of like, think a little bit like Puzzle Quest, except with more porn.
Do I have to match 3 tentacles?
No, there are tentacles in this game.
Oh, good.
Of course.
So I sort of started playing this, and in a lot of ways, it's horrific.
Just wait. How is it horrific in just that it gives you horrific feels because you're more sensitive to these issues?
Yeah, okay, so it makes me feel sleazy.
But
Yep.
if you go to just your animal self, do you like feeling a bit sleazy?
I do. I really do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's an honesty I'm looking for.
Yeah,
here.
okay. So the idea of this game is you play a male or female character. You can choose your gender. And you need to go around and sleep with as many women as possible. That's the idea. It takes a fairly simple dating game where you need to learn the character traits of the certain people. And it's actually quite nuanced, how the character traits play out.
Okay, an example of nuance, please.
Okay, so there could be a character that prefers to drink at night or in the morning.
My alcoholism can take one of two forms.
Or they might not drink at all. The idea is you have conversations with them and you try, and this is where you feel really sleazy, you try to pick the answers they most like. So you don't represent yourself honestly, you represent yourself in the way that they think you want them to react in order to earn honey points, which you can then spend on stats to make yourself better at the match 3 game. That's kind of what you do. While doing this, you feed them gifts to make them like you more.
What kind of gifts?
I
saw
it
panties.
depends.
What are the panties
because
for?
it can change from incredibly racist gifts.
Oh, most racist gift. Most racist gift.
You can give, like, there's a Japanese girl.
Yeah.
So one of the gifts is obviously a rice ball.
Well, I mean, that's just new.
When you give it to her, she does.
That's just what they eat.
She does call you out on it. She goes,
Okay.
"Oh, that's so racist,"
Oh, that's
but she likes it. The writing is entertaining. It's voice acted. The voice acting's good.
Like in English or Japanese?
It's in English because it's made by a Western game.
Oh.
And so actually what we have up now is I'm about to start. So okay, we get to the match 3 part. It's a really solid match 3 game.
I see broken hearts, breast implants.
So the idea is that every girl has certain things that they like. So the different gems represent different kind of emotional traits. So you've got kind of sexuality, like talent, flirtation, and romance are kind of the main ones.
What are the bells?
The bells are joy. Bells get you more.
You know what?
turns.
No, I'm cool.
Yeah.
Bells for joy is fine.
The teardrops, I can't
Are the red ones passion?
They're the sexuality.
Oh.
Passion is the hearts. But it's actually, there's a fair bit of meat to how you play this game because
Meat.
because what you do is you actually build up, you see in this bottom center of the screen, there's a bunch of gifts. These are basically special abilities that you can build strategies around how to play. Like me and Mr. Producer were having a chat about this before the show because we both played
We're both sexual predators.
Both perverts. And we both had different ways of playing it. So we discuss like, I have this strategy, I go for, get these items, try to do this. Like there's enough to it that you can have that conversation. Like you level up a character to like go after certain ladies.
I was shocked to see this was like a match 3 game.
Yeah.
I thought it was just like all the like text stuff.
It works.
Yeah.
It works like I played another dating sim. Well, no, it was just a visual novel this week, and it was like some cat person one. Really bored. I don't care.
Yeah.
There's like enough game in there that I actually find it really engaging. The dating actually feels a lot like the way you give gifts in Star Wars: The Old Republic to your companions, where you find out what your companion wants and you just feed them stuff so they'll like you. Except at the end of this, you get boobs.
Is
How good are
there
the
nipples?
They're pretty good. Well, there's nipple.
Oh my.
Okay.
Is it only boobs?
No more.
What?
If sir, you patch it.
Oh.
So this was a Kickstarter project.
Yeah.
It was up on, I think it got about 50K. They made the game pretty well for that amount of money. And if you get it on GOG, it's uncensored. But in Steam, it's censored. And the way you get around it is you just create an empty file in the root folder, and it just removes all the censorship.
Take note.
It's all Duke Nukem 3D'd.
No, Duke, you had to do a few things for.
Okay, this one's super
Yeah,
easy.
it was Giant Citizen Kabuto where they put the bra on.
You had to delete
and you
the
just
file.
you just had to remove the file.
Yeah, so this
and
one,
that was
you
fine.
just add an empty file, and that's it. They
That's
call
the
it a
weirdest
patch.
thing in the censorship of that game. No one asked them to do it. There
True.
was never a censorship reason for it. Everyone was just like, yeah, it's like this sea witch. She's topless. It's fine. And she references like old classic paintings. Like, even though it had already been classified, they're like, we better put a bra on her. It's like, ancient mythical creature with a bra just looks a bit weird. Just like- So yeah, take away that file and in you were.
Yeah. I've been playing it. Cheryl's been playing it. We've both been talking about what girls we prefer, trying to get the strategies. And,
What girls do you prefer?
I like the air stewardess because she has a good uniform.
What does that mean?
It's just the uniform looks good. That's it.
Hmm.
And then this is where it's also incredibly sexist. Like
Well, how could you not go for that fucking fairy?
Oh, I do, sir. I do. No, I've got her. It's all good.
What I really every
you've done
time you
sleeping
say
with
gift, you're a little bit soft on the T. So I imagine you say GIF.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like internet dating, and it's like you're sending them the best memes.
Each character wants
Real
different
world.
things, and the fairy in particular, she wants sex toys.
What?
That's what she wants. The other characters want stuff from like sports equipment or baking stuff because women like baking, I guess.
But viewers, my Amazon wish list you can find online. Just anything lace.
Like,
Whoa.
oh yeah, that's
That's not shopping centre attire.
that's the cougar. Well, you can set what they wear. You unlock costumes in this game. That you can set them.
Do you
Look,
dictate
here
what
we go.
other people
I'm
wear?
I'm choosing
That's what you
the
changed it. Oh, that's better.
Yeah. She's the cougar. This is the cougar character. Every character in here is like a different archetype. Now, what I want to know is how to take this game and make it so it's like I don't feel as sleazy playing it. Because what I'd love to see in this is that it already lets me choose between male or female. Why not add a bunch of dudes I can seduce if I want? Just let me do it. Just throw them in. Like,
I'm for that.
It feels like they're not trying to make a point out of it. They just we want to make a titillating game, and I like the idea of titillating games. But in this current kind of like climate,
Post Gamergate
world, it's sort of like it comes across when you do this as like not that cool. It's clearly been very successful for them. They've sold a lot. It's overwhelmingly positively reviewed.
Did you know that porn is still super successful?
Yeah.
Even post Gamergate?
Yeah, it's still there. But I would like these kinds of things to find a way to make these kind of sexy things, but in a way that doesn't make it, but let's have this Gamergate discussion.
I think that's VR because no one can see what you're doing.
No one can see what you're doing. And one of the ways potentially I'd like to see them do is do some like an expansion where add like 10 guys and have like the same level of explicitness for it. If you want to, go for it.
They're probably cis guys though. Boo.
One step at a time, Paul. One step at a time.
But okay.
Yeah.
Can we move on from this game but stay on sex?
Yes, absolutely.
So I played the sexiest game I've ever played this week.
What is it?
Plug and Play.
Okay.
I think it cost me 50 cents.
All right, what is it?
It's probably like a 30-minute experience.
Yep.
And I don't really know how to categorize it.
What?
It's like a thing that happens on your screen.
What?
It's like an interactive experimental art piece. It's mainly about plugging plugs into sockets. And those fingers do seem to have at least 5.
What's going on?
Yeah, little chicken men with plugs for heads.
Yep. What's going on? How are you controlling this?
Because I actually played it on my phone first, but I also got it on Steam.
Yep.
So I went back and did all this. So it's just like touching areas to make it move. There's more interactive, like when you pick up a plug and you just drag it around the screen like an object. It's just a weird experience. But it gets real sexy.
Really?
Oh yeah. When you got people with plugs for heads and sockets for heads look, I'm going to plug it back. Oh yeah, let's push that. Oh yeah, let's get it up. What's happened here? It actually gets fucking filthy by the end.
Really?
Yeah. All without ever becoming explicit.
There's a whole line of plugs.
I'm just going to touch each
Yeah,
of the
animation's
shoulders.
like kind of good.
The animation's really nicely done. It's a really nice package.
It doesn't look like a game.
Yeah, it's not a game. It's an experience. As I say, 50 cents is probably a fantastic price to pay for it.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it's in one of the latest Humble bundles.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Get it in that lot. It's in like the...
What happens at the end of this line? I really want to know.
Okay.
I really want to know.
What? And now it's time for shoving.
What?
I'm going to shove all those motherfuckers down.
This looks fun. I want to push some plug people.
I think I recorded like the first little chapter, if you can call them chapters.
Okay, what's the audio happening in the background here?
Just music primarily. It sort of changes with things going on.
Well, it's a plug.
Here's like one of the few puzzles in the game. So I'm going to spoil it for people.
Oh,
plug it in. That's sexy times. Okay, that's plug and play. There's not much else to say, but it does get real sexy. Okay, before we get on to Game of the Year stuff and everything, what have you been playing this year, Anais? This week, sorry.
Yeah. I've been playing a little bit of Thomas Was Alone. I think you guys have talked about this before, haven't you?
We would have spoken about when it came out.
Yeah, I've like heard of it, but it was like free on PlayStation for some reason. I'm like, I'll give this a go.
What were you playing it on?
PlayStation.
Oh, because it's also on Vita and everything.
Oh, really?
If you get it on PlayStation, it's cross-buy. So
Okay. Yeah, and I think it's just like, it's a puzzle sort of platformer, but like, I guess the twist is that it's sort of like got a narrative, like these little pixel things are like, I don't know, they kind of have feelings and emotions and stuff. And there's like a narrative, so someone talking, explaining sort of their feelings, and it kind of relates back to life. Like, it's kind of funny how you use these like metaphors for the game for life kind of thing. Like, sometimes you need people's help, and sometimes you'll struggle to do something, but you'll make it in the end.
And you've all got something unique about them. You know,
Yeah.
that's not true. Some people just suck.
Some people are short.
Yeah.
I like
The
the short
short
one.
guy.
Yeah. Is it the same voice as the guy that does Stanley Parable? I just remember it's a very similar
Sounds
tone.
similar.
It is,
doesn't it?
yeah,
Yeah,
like it's
yeah.
British and
It's
fancy.
British.
That's
You know.
enough. He's a Brit.
Yeah.
Thomas Alone was one of the... like, my wife isn't... Like, she certainly isn't like an indie platformer game or anything, but she actually got into Thomas Was Alone.
Yeah, I don't
just
usually. Yeah, I don't really play many puzzle
You don't grow
platformers,
up, you
but the
so
puzzles are
useless.
good. Like, they have different abilities. Like, the skinny guy can jump really high, the short one can't, and the middle guy kind of does both. So yeah, you have to like work out how to get them to the end
Did you...
of the level.
Have you played enough to play the DLC?
No,
What's in the
I think,
DLC?
It's Jetpack.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Yep, okay.
yeah, cute little game.
Okay, shall we jump onto our goaties?
Yes.
Okay.
Got
Please.
E's.
No, there's no E.
I like
Just
to put
goatee.
E's in things. I like to add letters into words
Yeah.
that don't belong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. People in the chat, feel free to throw out what you think is worth talking about. Maybe we'll talk about it. And we're probably going to talk
Maybe.
about it anyway because
Probably.
we're typical people.
Yeah.
That's why we always have. So we don't really have a structured Game of the Year thing that we do because I don't think you can. I don't think you can nominate something as
Well,
the best.
I actually struggled a bit this year.
Mm.
Like, I went back. Like, the way I kind of got my list together is I was like, nice water drinking,
I'm
dude.
pretending to drink water.
As ready as you can water. I went back over old show notes and like,
Yeah.
what are the things I spoke about the most? And then I crossed Destiny,
It's just
Destiny
Destiny.
off the list because
Yeah.
I didn't want to talk about that
Fuck
again.
you.
And I don't know, this year, nothing really kind of got me super excited.
That's a lie.
It's a big year
Like-
for
like-
games, though.
I sort of there's nothing when I look at the list that I go like that's the one. That's the
that's
one
what
I got
like.
obsessed
Like
with.
I remember.
But there's a few one that you spent like good chunks of time
No,
just
there's plenty of
obsessed
good
with.
stuff, but there was no like real standout of like I went, yep, that's the one. Like that. And there's
Well,
plenty of
what
competent
examples
stuff.
of ones in the past?
Well, the one like standout for me was Bioshock Infinite. I really liked, and that was like, yep, that's my game of the year.
But wasn't that last year?
That was
And
yeah,
didn't you give Goatee to Destiny?
yes, but there was at least
Just to
something.
piss
I
off
got
Paul.
So
But no,
you're,
Destiny.
you're a liar
Destiny.
anyway.
I reluctantly gave the reward.
No, you were happy. To.
No, I'm like, we got to give it to it.
And I'm like, no, this is bullshit. You're ruining our credibility. Great. Okay, so what we're each going to do, we're each going to nominate 5 games that are worth talking about and could be Goatee, and then we can argue about if any of them could be called Goatee.
Yeah.
I don't know. So, how about you start us off, Anais?
Yes.
What's a game that you liked?
Do I have a number down that I need?
There's no,
to...
you don't.
Pick one.
We do have a list, but you can just say anyone. It doesn't
Okay, a game that I liked or loved was
matter. I don't know.
was Witcher 3. I haven't finished that yet, but I've played.
No.
No.
No, I was saying like, I haven't finished either. I'm
Yeah.
just louder than you, so I sort of cut you off. Sorry.
So yeah, this was a surprise for me. I started playing Witcher 2 last year, and I just couldn't get into it. I found it very complicated.
No, I'm with you. I struggled a lot to get into
Witcher 2 greater than
Yeah.
Witcher 3. I'm saying it.
And yeah, I found it too complicated. I just couldn't keep playing it. So when I saw this game, I'm like, oh, it looks pretty, and Geralt's pretty. I want to like this game.
Oh,
So
he is pretty. Does Geralt do it for you?
yeah,
If we
Yeah.
had a dating sim with Geralt in it, that would
yeah,
be.
I'd throw all my money at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was super pretty, so I wanted to go. And yeah, it's a lot easier than Witcher 2. They explain things a lot better. It doesn't have super complex like potions and like building stuff.
They weren't super complex in 2. You just had to drink them before the fight.
I found it
I
complicated.
got upset in Witcher 3 when I was fighting this demon that was outranking me and I was dying. So I'm like, quick, I'll just eat bread during the fight. You couldn't do that in Witcher 2. You
Really?
couldn't just run around eating
Man.
bread.
I know we'll get to it a bit later, but something like Fallout.
Yeah.
Or like Skyrim, I do that so much. It's like, oh, getting low in health, better pause.
Yeah, that's so
all the
handy.
food.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got a ham leg. Quickly. Yum, yum, yum.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny. Like I quickly loaded it up to grab footage to show here, and I went to fight some mobs, and I forgot how to play.
Yeah.
So like I'm just gonna ride around the countryside on a horse.
But it's so pretty. It's like
It is
looking at
very
it now, I'm
pretty.
like, damn, so good.
I'm sure it can still win me over because I've only really done like the first act of the game, and then I sort of had other things in life. I was like,
the griffin head.
I'll wait for Christmas holidays to play it. It's Christmas holidays and I haven't had a second to play it.
And there's always stuff that comes in as well. Like if you try to put off a game,
Yeah.
like, there's so many games
when
that
you,
come
when
out.
you lose the momentum in a game, it's hard to get back.
Yeah, that's
'Cause
what I'm scared about.
Witcher 2 won me over because it was so tight. And with this, even though like it's super impressive, I'm just like the narrative being the world being a bit wider and things a bit broader stretching. I don't have a drive to do anything much.
Man, look at them bendy trees.
So I just haven't. It hasn't grabbed me enough for me to like say it's a game I love yet. It's very fucking cool.
Yeah.
I certainly can't deny the quality of the thing.
Is
But
this
I'm also not
PC?
this is PC, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm like, it's looking way prettier than PS4.
I was actually going to say I was chugging a bit because I've got fraps running. But yeah, I think because my worry with Witcher 3 was when they said it was going to go open world. I don't like open worlds because I find them unfocused.
I love it.
And I think they did a good job, but I think they did fall prey to what I was worried about as well.
I think.
And what was
one
that?
of
That the world becomes a little bit less meaningful.
Well,
It is
because
pretty
it's-
overwhelming as well.
For me, it becomes, and I have this similar problem, something like Far Cry 4, where there's very obvious, like, this is the bandit camp, and here are 15 bandit camps, and the way you tackle them is all the same. You go in, you clear it, and it's like, oh, I've unlocked this territory, so now I've got. So it becomes very gamey.
Yeah.
Where, like, Witcher 2, even though I didn't really get into it, it seemed like, here's a story. You're going to play through beginning to end, or you can jump in halfway if you really want to, but you know, like, it's going to be this linear experience you go through. Where here it's like, oh, and yeah, like, I'm going to go and unlock this particular thing. I'm going to go to these dungeons. It becomes more.
Witcher 3 doesn't suffer for it so much, but I don't like open world where it's still like an RPG that has level. It's like, if you're going to have a world that's open for me to go anywhere, don't arbitrarily restrict me by the fact that it just has higher numbers.
Yeah.
Like if I've got a sword and I put it through something's face, it should hurt it either. It should be a viable strategy either
But
way.
these things that you're fighting, like there's different monsters based on like levels, kind of.
Well, see, that's why I don't like levels. Like I like Witcher does it, and Witcher 3 still does it as well, where you can go research the monster. And you can find, it's susceptible to this. You know, you can work out ways to beat it more efficiently and put the odds in your favor. I don't like it when it says like, you're only level 2. This is level 7. It's immune to bullets. That's what Destiny fucking does.
Yeah, which is what Destiny does.
Which infuriates me because that's the moment I hated Destiny, where I snuck up behind someone with a shotgun, shot them in the back of the head, and it said immune.
Yeah.
Can't be
That's
immune
pretty
to being
annoying.
shot in the back of the head.
I think you're right. It is a bit of a missed opportunity with Witcher. That game is about.
Well,
you kill Griffin.
they do that,
They
but
do it
there's
a
still a
bit.
little bit. There's still a little bit of negating.
Where,
by-
like, why not just have a sword as a sword, and if you hit someone with a sword, they take damage. But if you want to kill the goblin, you got to learn how to kill it.
Yeah,
So, you know.
Well, that's one of the things. Like they have oils that you put on your sword and stuff like that. It's
Yeah.
like, if you go and research that, go collect the ingredients for it. Go and prepare before the fight. You know, you'll go in there and you'll clean it out. Or you can just go in there and just try your fucking best, and you might still win, but it'll probably kick your ass. That's what I like about Witcher. It just feels a little bit more substantial. That was because in the first game, did you ever play the first game?
No, but I bought it in the Steam sale.
So in the first game, you go and get books, and you're like, oh, okay, this book's given me like a plus whatever against the kind of monster it's about. Second game, you also got books. And I got one, I went up, and I'm like, it's not doing any damage. What the fuck? You literally had to read the book and read the content. It's like, do this if you want to fight them. It's like, it's actual knowledge in these books. I was like, I like that.
Really? No. I don't like reading. Just give me the
It's not
stats.
complex. No, but that's the thing. It's never it's not never stat based, but it's not stat based. It's based on actually how you approach something and the knowledge
Yeah.
of doing it.
I think something like Dark Souls has this, I think, nice kind of compromise where it is about leveling up still, but the real kind of skill gain comes out of you learning to play it.
Yeah, I mean, you see people do Dark Souls level 0
Like
runs,
Soul
and stuff
level
like that.
0 or whatever, and they manage to get through it. So clearly you can skill up personally enough to do it, but there's still that leveling up in there.
Cool.
Let's talk
Any
about
other
Dark
thoughts
Souls.
about Witcher 3?
No, I think it's good. The characters are great. I actually listen to them when they talk. Yes.
Mr. Producer's going for the camera.
Just make it. Yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
He's okay.
I just saw a red light when shit battery.
Oh, he almost lost the camera. Good. Okay. Witcher 3 up.
Yep.
It has a good feeling in the room.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not landmark. What's up for you, James?
Well, let's stay on open world.
Yep.
Let's jump to Metal Gear Solid 5.
Actually, this is where same thing as the Warriors for Witcher 3. Will open world dilute the gameplay too much?
Yes.
Yep.
Moving
100%.
on. So, I mean, this was one that I played a lot of, but didn't finish.
I find it interesting because I haven't played through Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah. Okay, so I would say Metal Gear Solid 5 is probably the best Metal Gear game. As in, it's the best game that's come out of Metal Gear. It's incredibly...
I liked it when it was Chip's Challenge.
It's incredibly polished. Like, the elements that are there, not the stuff that they cut from the third act. The bits are there, like, there's a crazy...
In the second act.
And the second act.
They didn't finish the second act and they didn't make the third act.
Yeah, there's a crazy attention to detail in a lot of things, which I really appreciate. The stealth in it is by far, for me, the most solid out of all the games.
Yeah.
But as a Metal Gear game, I think it's the weakest. Like, in terms of like what I want as a Metal Gear game, which is like I want crazy bosses, I want a pretty linear story, and I want David Hayter. These are the things that I want in my Metal Gear game. And like there are a few levels I hit where I was like, yes, I finally found the Metal Gear, and this is great. I'm having a lot of fun. And then it's like back to, all right, now we're going back to be a good stealth game. And you know, like I don't know how much you can say that's good or bad. Like it is a good game. It's very solid. It's technically very impressive. There's a lot there for you to play this game for a long time. You want to keep unlocking stuff to the point where you're completely OP and you're running around with crazy weapons. Look at that was fantastic. It's there. But if you're the kind of person who wants to play through the 15-hour experience to get a crazy Metal Gear story, doesn't really do that. For me, Metal Gear Solid probably 4 is the last one where it's like, yeah, it's just a game you play through, and that's all it's trying to be. So I think, technically very impressive. For a lot of people who aren't Metal Gear apologists, it's probably a lot better.
Then they threw in a bit of Clash of Clans. And,
they threw in some Clash of Clans.
It's a bit of a confused package overall. That was my feeling on it and why I didn't rush into it. Just like, oh, okay. Oh, you can plus play through the game with a base gear. It's like, yeah, but there's all this other cool stuff. To get the cool stuff, I need to invest in shit that really doesn't have anything to do with the game.
There's so many weapons in this game and so many things to unlock. Like, it's just... I think what happened with this game is the scope was as huge and they ran out of time and money.
They did.
And what was there,
and
they did fantastically.
They ran out of making games.
And they ran out of Hideo.
Full speed.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like, I definitely got to put it on my noteworthies because I think it is a very technical achievement that's fun.
Why is it a good technical achievement? Is it like the stealth elements?
No, I'd say the level of polish that's on it.
We just saw what happened to that fucking dog.
Yeah, okay, the dog thing is a bit... But I mean, things like... I go to the base and, it's remembering things like how dirty I am, and then the game reacts to that. So, I mean, the game is full of things that will respond to the way you play.
And when it's your birthday, they throw you a party.
Really?
So it's crazy.
That's
Like,
pretty
it's Hideo going nuts with like a big AAA budget. But
yeah, I haven't played a Metal Gear game, but I saw my brother playing it, and the dog has like a knife that it puts in its mouth.
It's got
cuts people
things
down.
like that.
I'm like, that's ridiculous.
I think the series now, it's very difficult to get into. Like, Paul, you tried, and you went and played Metal Gear Solid 1. And
yeah,
you
I actually
it.
liked 1.
Yeah, and then you tried to play 2.
Yeah, I lost me.
And then it lost you. So it's kind of a series that you had to grow up with. And Snake even aged accordingly. That's kind of the point of 4. Was like, the player base is getting older. But it really disappoints me that series has gone out in a way for the people who've been playing it the longest in a very unsatisfied way.
Do you think like tensions between like Kojima and Konami may have made it not so good?
Yes, I think that way. But I mean, even we like to rag on Konami a bit. I can only imagine what happens if you give Hideo Kojima a big budget and say, do what you want. Like, you end up with Metal Gear Solid 5, which is a crazy polished 40% game. And then a whole bunch of stuff not complete.
But
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Continuing the trend of open world games, I have none on my list because fuck open world games. Sick of them. Sick of those fucking things. We could continue some Konami hate though.
Let's keep on. Let's
Okay,
keep going.
so this year was the year of Konami committing just seppuku. Seppuku?
I
Yeah,
saw
okay.
in a poorly translated
Seppuku, yeah.
anime one time, seppuku.
Seppuku. That's so cute. Okay, they are basically out of gaming. They're still making
Pachinko
Pro Evolution
machines.
Solid. No.
Pro Evolution Solid.
I haven't heard of
Just say
that
Pro
one.
Evolution Soccer. But that would be a good crossover.
Oh man, a Metal Gear sport game. That'd be amazing.
It would be good.
Do it, Konami. Do it.
Don't.
No.
They don't. So, but I was surprised going back in the notes. We were talking about this like in January.
It's been a running theme.
Yeah, of them
Yeah.
like going downhill and they're going to get out of gaming and the things are really bad environment around there. So, beginning of the year, we actually they were one of the bigger things earlier in the year though. So we were having the rumors, but then came out it was a big trend of the year. They released PT on PlayStation 4. Sort of was it based around E3 that they said that
It
was
sounds
out?
like around there.
It was around E3. And that was playable teaser by Kojima. And it was released. It's out on the store. It's free. Go play it.
Is it still there?
No. They totally wiped
Yeah,
its
they-
existence.
Oh, really?
Even if you downloaded it, if you delete it, you can't download it again.
Really?
So, but people actually sell the PS4s with them.
Oh, with
PT
PT on
installed.
there.
Yeah, so I could sell my PS4 for a bit of cash now because I kept PT.
Man, I should
on.
make
I
sure I
still have
never
it.
delete that.
Yeah. Keep it up. So it ended up being the teaser for the new Silent Hills, which is being made with Kojima, Guillermo del Toro, and the guy from Walking Dead. He really was just
Oh,
a
yeah, you showed.
face model, whatever.
Yeah, they paid for his likeness
Yeah, exactly.
because Walking Dead.
I find it interesting. I was really critical of PT when it came out, and I played it again just to get this little bit of footage. You know what? I still stand by a lot of what I said game design wise in it. That it's like, it's just waiting for triggers that aren't really, like they're not always
I
sensical.
forgot
It's
how
just
good
like,
it looked.
but it looks fucking amazing, and
Yeah,
the
it does.
sound design is tremendous. I'm like, I know what this is.
I'm already feeling tense again watching this.
Yeah.
It was a really good thing, and this a really good, which is running on the Fox engine, which was Metal Gear Solid 5 and the Phantom Pain not the Phantom Pain, Ground Zeroes as well. Yeah, so that really took over. Everyone was so excited, and then they cancelled it, fired Kojima, just burnt everything to the ground. And now hashtag fuck Kojima is fuck Konami. Sorry.
Kojima.
No. Hashtag have sex with Kojima. Sorry.
Now trending.
But yeah, fuck Konami is like probably the hashtag of the year in gaming.
Yeah.
It's like, yep, get out of it.
And this game, or this teaser, did spawned a bunch of stuff as well.
Yeah, well, it's got
that
Allison Road.
Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I saw it in the room. Oh, sorry, no, in the park. The secret world game.
Would you say that was? Oh,
I'd say
yeah.
It definitely like there was a heavy inspiration of this inside.
Yeah, inside the
this
park,
idea
yeah.
of replaying the same area over and over with subtle changes has kind of propagated to a bunch of different things. So I mean, even though it didn't really do that much for you, it has had like a pretty big impact on horror games.
It was very cool seeing people solve the whole thing and everything.
Did you guys complete it?
Yeah.
Like, without internet?
No one completed
Okay.
it without the internet.
No,
Because that made me so mad.
Even the people that worked out the whole, what is it, Jarrett thing and everything? Oh no, it's Gareth.
Yeah.
Jareth. Yeah, like one of the
Stupid.
final puzzle involves you having to walk a number of steps, whisper into your microphone the word Gareth. And
Is that what it
Stupidest
actually
thing
was? Was that
ever.
the final thing?
Yeah, that was part of it. Like you had to time a bunch of things, like wait for the clock to go. It was really complex, and there was a path that people took to get there. And because it was sort of like it wasn't that sensitive, like it wasn't that accurate in what you said, people would accidentally solve it and then not have trouble replicating it and stuff like that. I mean, it did like it hid a clue for one of the puzzles in the pause menu and shit like that.
Really?
Yeah, like one of the big things was
So silly.
solving a code, and you actually had to look at the splash screen of the game to work it out because the
game
fake
just makes
company
me
they
mad.
made. Yeah, it's like it was a cool
Well, that's I
like,
guess the Hideo
meta game, yeah.
of it, because I mean
but it
that's
was a shit game.
that's
It
the
was
kind of
just
stuff
like,
that Hideo's done in Metal Gear.
Really?
The door closed on its own.
Oh no!
Holy
Like
shit!
in Metal Gear Solid 1, at one point you need to get the like a codec, like a number to call someone, and they tell you it's on the back of the CD case. It's actually like one of the screenshots on the back of the CD case has the number you need to call Meryl.
Really?
Yeah, and
Can you proceed in the game without that?
Nope. Now
That's stupid. I don't like that.
Being a kid, I may have had a pirated copy of Metal Gear Solid. I was a youngin', I made mistakes, but because I wanted to have something which like was some way legit, I'd actually printed out like a fake cover, so it was fine. It worked. I looked at the back of the case and got it. After being stuck for
Similarly,
hours. Yep.
I played the game on Vita,
Yeah.
emulated.
Did it tell you? Did they change it?
No. I think they put the actual back of the CD case like in the in-game like PDF, like there's you can look at the manual.
Yeah.
But if you didn't come with the knowledge that it was used to be on a CD and cases were a thing and everything, yeah, you would be
very
fucked. You would have no
confused.
idea.
Very
Even more
confused.
confusing. Okay, so that was some stuff that happened this year. So my first nomination for games this year, I would like to throw in the Arrowhead-developed Helldivers. Now, unfortunately, when I grabbed some footage today, my internet is not good enough to play multiplayer, so this is like the second level played solo, and this game should not be played solo.
No.
So cool. So Helldivers is basically Starship Troopers, the game. You are Super Earth. Oh, well, you are a member of
You're a member of
you're
Super
someone
Earth.
from Super Earth.
Yeah.
And you are spreading democracy throughout the galaxy with your guns.
Yeah.
It is basically Arrowhead developed Magicka. And while Magicka 2 came out this year, it didn't really do anything. No one really picked up on that. Because I think it sort of... Magicka sort of got... Other than shitty netcode, it sort of got everything it had to out in the first game.
Yeah, like
It's like it's a fun diversion with some
yeah,
craziness.
because like I played Magicka 2, and Magicka 2 was just more Magicka.
It was robust. We were quite impressed with
fine.
the mutators and stuff. But this game, it's very much to be played with multiple people. 4 people is best. And it takes a lot of things from Magicka. So whilst you're just shooting guns in this game most of the time, you have these things called stratagems. And you can call... You hold down your radio button and then you push a sequence on your D-pad and then you can call in mech suits and Gatling guns and all sorts of things around you. You can also resurrect your teammates because they're going to fucking die a lot.
And you'll probably kill them half the time.
Sometimes you'll kill them on purpose because it's funny. And you can also kill enemies by calling down like dropships and weapon pods and everything and have it land on their head.
Or
and
kill
such.
your friends by calling
Kill your
out
friends doing the
dropships.
exact same way.
I think there's like you can go prone, can't you, to avoid fire? Like crawl?
Yeah, like if people are firing at you, you can jump on the ground and do that. It is a really, really... Like, it's ideas from Magicka, but turned into an actual game that's hard as hell and is actually incredibly strategic. When you try to play this game on high level with a group of friends, you'll have like one person... Because if you push the map button, you actually don't move anymore. So other people will be covering you while you check the map. It's actually quite heavy on stealth. They don't even advertise that. It's like, no, you can sneak around this game with causing very little attention at all if you pay attention to the map and move around. Big variety of enemies. And it's just about working with the teammates and getting through here with limited resources.
There's also the big metagame as well.
Well, that's another part of it as well. There's this whole trying to take over systems and such, where everyone playing the game is working together. Well, could be against each other. But yeah, it's like this big metagame of what we're claiming. We're trying to push back and forth. It's really, really super robust. It's actually just come out on PC as well. About a month ago it released. I think this was like the revolution of Magicka. Like, it's still very lighthearted, even though it looks maybe a little bit more serious. But gameplay-wise, they really just matured the ideas and turned it...
It was just a better game. Like Magicka is a broken mess that's super fun.
Magicka is like a really fun toy. This is a really good game. And I was just blown away by it. I really loved... Like, when we sat down and were playing like local co-op, that was something...
Yeah.
I wanted to make an actual like weekly Helldivers team. Such a good game.
I think I have. Was this on PlayStation Plus?
No, just on PlayStation. You had to buy it with money.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a great couch game.
That's my biggest complaint about the game, actually, that we bought it with money and then they had even more than the original cost of the game released in DLC.
That was what kind of got me. I just saw all of this DLC that was quite pricey. I'm like, nah.
Yeah. It made me go like, you know what? It's probably going to be cheaper for me to stop playing the game and wait for like a Game of the Year bundle, which will be, back down to the original price. I can get everything. Because the only thing that it kind of lacked was that it lacked a bit of variety when it first launched. So if the variety's in the DLC, then it's starting to feel a little bit miffed.
Yeah, I think if that game had been kind of supporting itself with kind of free updates, or maybe a mix of like DLC and free updates.
Yeah.
But I felt like I saw the whole game pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Like, because it's randomly generated, and it's like, okay, I've seen most of the random generation now. I'm kind of done. But if they've been like, let's keep...
Yeah. There's a heap more stuff in there now. There's so many more like enemy varieties, especially in the enemies that you need to handle in specific ways.
The PC version, is it like a Game of the Year edition? Does it just have everything?
I haven't checked it.
Yeah, because if the PC version just has everything, then maybe let's get that.
Maybe. Okay, let's go. Oh, Mr. Producer says to give him a sec. So let's... Mexican Wave, starting with an A.
Woo.
And back.
Sad.
Okay, we've done that. Oh, that's look at all that DLC.
Oh, okay, there we
go. At least it's only $3 DLCs.
But yeah, where's the... Well, the full pack there is $40, and that's...
That DLC is cheaper than the PS4.
Yeah,
but that's $40 US, which means it's like 55.
Yeah,
60
so there you can
bucks
see there
Australian.
actually, like half the game is DLC.
Just... Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if like you can play with people with it. I haven't investigated it. It just makes me feel a bit dirty. Take that. That's you were like a 99% game, now you're like 85. Fuck you, Arrowhead. No, you're really good developers.
Yeah, no, keep doing your
Okay,
thing.
round 2. Okay, Anais, back to you.
Okay.
What are we going to throw out?
Mobile game.
Oh.
So I guess I work...
Netsu Akume, whatever?
No.
Ah,
What have we got?
those stupid cats. I'm going to check my cats while you
Yeah.
talk.
All right.
I got bored of the cats. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I guess because I work in mobile games, I spend a lot of time playing mobile games. But this one really got my attention, and I really enjoyed playing it. Lara Croft Go. I think you guys talked about it.
Yep.
It's a really good puzzle game. Like I used to play it on the train ride home. The puzzles are really satisfying. Like once you work them out. Have you guys have played it?
Yeah,
haven't
I
you?
played a chunk of it.
Yeah, so it's just sort of working out. You swipe to sort of move through
Yeah.
the levels, and it's like
So
Lara
many
Croft.
new cats. I hate this game. I've played it for like 2 days. I'm over it.
It looks different on there.
Yeah. Go away, cats.
But you move through the levels, and you have to try and get to like the end. And there's like snakes and things, and you have to move objects around to try and get around the snakes or
Yeah.
jump to different platforms. I think I'm at the second last level of it. I haven't finished it yet.
So,
it's really good.
is this the original game or the original game and the DLC? Because the DLC is
original
free, it
game.
should just patch on.
Yeah, I saw it today. It's just sort of sitting there ready to go. And they recommend that you finish the whole game before you play it.
See, my only criticism of Lara Croft Go is that it's really, really easy to get through the original game. And then, and it was a bit short. And then they released the DLC. Holy
But it's hard as shit.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I am really bad at it. I'm like, thank you. You've added you've got to base a really complete, good, full game, and then for people that actually want a tough puzzle and a little bit more length, they actually just went out and added it on the game.
Oh, really?
You've patched your game to deal with all complaints. It's there for all sorts of fans.
Like,
now.
I didn't mind that it wasn't super difficult. Like, I played it in the afternoons on the train, and, like, my brain is tired. Like, I want a little bit of a challenge, but not, like, frustration
Well,
challenge.
It's still satisfying.
Yeah.
But if you compare it to Hitman Go, Go was, got really hardcore
But yeah,
puzzle-wise.
Really?
I never really... I always felt in this game I knew what was going on. Like, it never... I could always see the way that all the elements were moving.
It's very... everything is very well telegraphed to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like how things move and everything. It's a brilliant piece of design. And
Yeah.
it looks great.
And
yeah,
I think
it looks great for mobile as well. Like, it's all sort of stylized.
it manages to also capture the essence of what a Tomb Raider game is. I was just watching, Cheryl's been playing Rise of the Tomb Raider, and what that game is, it's jumping around from platform to platform, and the fact that it's real time is almost irrelevant. Like it's like you're just jumping and moving. On
Speaking of
ledges.
Rise of the Tomb Raider,
Yep.
it's got a page on Steam, released in January.
Oh, really?
That's coming. Which
Is
means
that-
I can play Chicken Leg House.
Is that like a leak or is it like officially up there?
Its official Steam page is up now.
Cool.
I wonder.
It was leaked as probably coming in January, but now there's a
Really?
page
So does
up
that
for
mean
it.
PS4 will be later?
Oh, PS4 is not till end of the year.
Yeah.
Sadness. Okay.
Well, if only you still had an Xbox One.
If only.
Oh well.
Yeah. Anyone want to buy an Xbox One, by the way?
I just bought one.
I'll give you $100 for it.
No, I'm good.
Some people want value for money or
What's
something.
some kind of money for their goods. What is
Okay.
this?
That was a good one. Okay, James,
All
what's
right.
the game?
All right, I'm gonna throw out game just played this week on the new thing I bought, Halo 5.
Okay, my next nomination.
Hey, whoa, you just slow down there, buddy. So I love this game. Hey, it's Tomb Raider. There we go. We can see it's up on Steam.
January.
January.
I think I wasn't
there
lying.
We go. Oh, there's a very happy Mr. Producer.
I very rarely lie to you, audience.
It was there. So Halo 5. Apparently, there's a single player game in there. I don't care. I've never cared about Halo.
You can do it co-op.
Sorry.
Not
You can do it
local.
co-op.
No,
No.
Halo 5, no split screen co-op.
Yeah, sadness.
What? So I've mainly been playing Arena in this. And what they've done is effectively split Halo into 3 games. So here's the single player for the people who want it. Well, actually, not really, because people wanted to have split screen. They've added the new the new Warzone stuff, which we'll get to a little bit later. And
How much time do you think we're going to spend on this, James?
No, just a laugh. You just can see me play. And they've added in the kind of the competitive map. And in this one, they've really gone, like, let's just make it an esport. Let's focus and build around being an esport. And it's worked really well. They don't try to say it's in any way sitting in the main campaign. It's Spartans fighting Spartans. Probably the biggest thing I love about this is the matchmaking. And this is something which I've always thought Bungie have pulled off really well.
If it's an esport, why are there cars and stuff in here? Seems like wasteful.
Oh, it's still
They
gonna
could
look
just
good.
construct a barrier.
No, it's still gonna look good.
No
Yeah.
brands. Well, there are brands around,
Yeah.
actually.
So it works off a similar system as StarCraft 2. How the game is broken into leagues. You play placement. It then puts you somewhere, and then your rank goes up and down as you play. And the end result is half the games I play I win, and the games I play are fun.
Yeah,
So-
that's true. I had fun playing it.
Yeah, so I've really enjoyed my time with it. It's like the length of the matches are really good. I just like play. I was like, yeah, I'll play another one.
Are you trying to convince Anais not to sell her Xbox?
Can you keep it and play Halo with me?
Oh, they tempt me. I love Halo.
Yeah, like I've been playing a bunch of Black Ops 3 as well, and sort of running these things, like comparing them a little bit. One of the things I really like about Halo is that there's enough health in this match to have really interesting firefights. With
True,
kind of,
yeah.
with a good kind of narrative of like what happens. That's why I love.
And there's no like everyone's got the same guns pretty much.
Yeah,
unless
there's
you
no
pick
lo-
up
there's
the
no
random-
loadouts.
Yeah, which
No-
is
It's just
good.
like,
Just wait,
Yeah.
it's not loadout based.
no
it's actually
loadouts.
like you pick up guns on the map.
There's guns on the
yeah,
map.
and they
so-
respawn.
Yep. The clambering and the sprint stuff is amazing. Like, so the big thing that added to the movement in this game is you can not double jump, but you can clamber up ledges.
Yeah, and you
can
have a whoosh
dash.
thing.
Yeah, so to get across a ledge, you might dash and then jump, like jump, dash, clamber.
Yeah.
And the maps are really well designed, so there's a lot of places you can do it. So the traversal feels really good lines of sight for some interesting. Yeah, you just saw someone clamber up there.
And then it went back down.
I
'cause
really,
someone
I
shot at
can't
it.
speak highly enough about it. Like I
Some things that annoyed me. Respawn times.
See, that got him midair. That was pretty good.
Did you have like really long respawn times?
That's about. Well, I mean, compared to COD,
Yeah.
yes.
It was
But
like 5 seconds
by
in this,
really
which
long-
really annoyed me.
But this is where they need the penalty there. That you need to be penalised for death. Like you want to have it like
True.
like all right, now that the other team's at an advantage, and it's only like 5 seconds or so. It's not that long. So it never was so much that I was annoyed. It felt like, oh shit, we're at a disadvantage. Hurry up! I really want to get
Yeah,
back.
I think if you're used to COD,
it's a
then
very different
annoying.
game to COD.
Yeah.
I just found I had a lot more. The combination of the matchmaking and the more health, I had a lot of really fun fights in it. Yeah.
Actually, since it's not loadouts, because I thought
Yeah.
that's what all console first
Yeah.
shooters were coming,
Nope.
that makes me happier.
No, there is a boost system Where, no, but hear me out. So there's the whole loadout stuff with the Warzone stuff. You get packs and whatever. All it is you can choose an objective for a bonus.
It's like a vehicle or something, right?
No, it's not even that. It's like if you get the most assists, you get extra XP.
I don't know about games doing something different to what I exactly want.
No, it's fine. I didn't really feel like Arena feels flat, and like flat in terms of skill. It's like whenever I die, I feel like it's my fault. In something like Destiny, it's like, oh, well, that person could have a better gun.
Okay. Yeah, like a few minutes ago, you said the line, we'll get to that later.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So do you want to get to that
All
now?
right, before
I shut you down?
Yeah, we'll throw it up quick.
Yeah.
Let's throw up Warzone. So this is the other kind of big thing that they've added in. So Warzone is the big open world stuff. So I think it's like 16 on 16. It's not super huge. Was it more? I don't know. There's people on people.
Is it more? You tell us, Internet.
I can't remember. And so this is where there's multiple objectives. The idea is that you need to get the most amount of points. The way you earn points is sort of by killing people or taking bases, and also completing objectives by fighting NPCs.
Now,
so they're NPCs.
Yeah, there's
so
like creatures and stuff.
Now,
I didn't actually play.
What I hate about that idea that I've heard is that it literally is the team that gets the last bullet into the empty that gets the point.
Yeah, I haven't actually liked Warzone as much as I thought I would. I know a lot of people really get into it. I find the arena stuff is just a bit more focused. And yeah, like I think this is kind of a bit more like team organization to also kind of win. So I'll very quickly talk about the loadout system in here because I think it is worth.
You're trying to sell this to me as game of the year, and at the moment I'm just hearing blah-de-blah loadout.
So the way the loadout works is you get random cards.
Cards?
Okay.
Whoa, hold me back. I'm excited.
Which are consumable.
Okay. Single-use cards.
It gives you a lot. It gives you a lot. So and you earn them pretty regularly. But you don't go into the game with a loadout like, oh, I'm going to go in with this scope and this whatever. It works off this requisition system. So here we go. So we're going to go into this. Is like I'm going to buy some cards. I know I haven't spent any real money on this. I've just kind of got stuff. So actually, I'm just looking at the loadout stuff here. So you get these kind of once-off things to consume, and then when you die, that's it. And then actually someone else can pick it up. So there's actually a lot of these things lying around on the ground. But they're unlocked over time. So you don't get in and instantly run around with the best weapon. Everyone has the basic stuff at the beginning, and then as you play, the better you do, you get access to more stuff.
Is it per match?
Per match.
Okay.
So it's not like, oh, I'm level 47, so I've got this thing.
So it's taking a real MOBA turn.
It's a little bit more MOBA-y. But
I made you say it.
Yeah.
Halo 5's MOBA.
Honestly, I've been loving Halo 5.
Loadout MOBA.
I don't care about the single player at all. I might play co-op with Ben. G'day, Ben.
Ben's not watching.
He
doesn't know how to use the internet. No, this is old Ben. This is old Ben that was on the show.
Yeah. Good old Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really love it. Really enjoying it.
Sounds like about a 2 out of 10 to me.
No.
What? Okay. No, that sounds good.
No loadouts, man. It's a return to just putting weapons on a friggin' map.
Except for that other mode that had loadouts.
Kind of. Loadouts-ish.
Okay, next game from me. I'm going to talk about keeping the esports world. We'll talk about Rocket League. Rocket League came out this year with a brilliant move by launching on PlayStation 4, with PS Plus that month. So instantly, hundreds of thousands to millions of players already in a game that's multiplayer exclusive. They also launched on PC with cross-platform play. So PC players that started seeing all the funny videos and GIFs go up on the internet said, ooh, that looks good. It's already got a big community and it's only $20. Let's spend some money on it. So it's become one of the best-selling and super profitable games for that company just by that brilliant move at the beginning.
Yeah, it's really clever.
It's one of the few true sports games, I argue, in that it's a simple concept, it has simple rules, and it's about your skill, your physical skill in the game.
And that's why I'm terrible at it.
Yeah, I loaded up, as I said, my internet's terrible at the moment, so I can't multiplayer. So I just loaded up some rookie level bots.
To kick your ass.
No, I totally win this so hardcore. I am the best.
Doesn't look like it.
Oh, I think I scored 4 or 5 goals in this.
Really?
Yeah, here we go. I might miss this one. No, here we go. Yeah, it's pure design, and they've continued to support it. They've added all mutators to it throughout it. So you can get a square ball now. You can alter gravity. You can change the game speed. You can do all sorts of things to it. And it's just
Oh, and it's Back to the
it's
Future
got the Back to the
pack.
Future car in
Nice.
it. It's got all these different cars you collect, and after every match, you like unlock something, and none of them matter stats wise. They all operate exactly the
Cosmetic.
same. It's completely cosmetic, so you know exactly what everyone's doing, and it's just clean, simple design that they've continued to support. It's
I think it's
just a masterstroke.
as a consumer. Sorry,
as,
not consumer.
as a player.
As a person who likes to watch, as a spectator.
Spectator, yeah.
There we go. As a spectator game, I think this thing's going to be on for a while. Like
Yeah.
it is
Yeah.
like the games themselves, like a good commentated match with good players, is really exciting.
Yeah, and it's easy to understand, and you see that high level play, and people do some insane things.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when I played it, it was more complex than what I was expecting.
What
Just
the actual
good.
level of control you can have.
Yeah, like all these twisty things.
Well,
and
it's like
jumps
one of the
and
main things I do.
reverse.
Nearly every time I touch the ball, I'm normally spinning sideways because I like to hit it side on. And like, they don't really realize that's even a thing at the beginning. I do bicycle kicks pretty regularly.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, you kick it over your head. It's a great move.
Cool.
It even tells you did it successfully. Bicycle kick, 5 points. I'm like, yay.
Maybe
Yeah,
I'll play
I
this
think-
again.
I see,
played
I'm-
it
now I'm-
hard.
this is-
Yeah, it's true.
why-
I'm watching my own
This
fucking
is why
replay like
this-
some narcissistic dickhead.
That's why this this is sort of like probably the best esport game I've seen this year. It's like the fact that we just got distracted by watching you
By
play.
watching me
Like,
play a
is he gonna-
freaking game against rookie bots.
Like, is
I'll
he
put
gonna get it?
I'll
Is
put
he
it
gonna
on
get
easy
it?
mode. Mr. Producer's killed the
Yeah,
thing. That's what
it's
I
good.
told
We
him.
have a show.
Good move.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's also coming to Expo now. Unfortunately, that's not. Oh, look at it! It's back up. Go,
go,
Anyway, what were we saying?
I don't know.
Yeah, coming to Xbox One, but unfortunately, because of Microsoft's policies, no crossplay support on that one.
Boo.
Which it feels like it's not going to garner as much of a community there, because
Yeah, so basically get it on PC.
get a PC on PS4.
Or PS4.
It's a good. I mean, still get an Xbox. I'm
Or
sure
just,
it'll still be popular.
Like, I don't think I'm going to play this game, but, I'll watch it.
What if we play some low gravity square ball games?
Then maybe.
The ball's gonna it'll be really easy to predict where it is, and then it won't roll around, because that was your problem, wasn't it?
The ball was
You'd
rolling
aim,
everywhere.
You'd aim for the ball, and then the ball would move. And
Why did the ball move?
It messed up James's head.
Yeah, I understand. I understand time.
Okay. We gotta keep pushing.
All right.
We gotta get. It's like we need to talk about the year as a whole, and we got to talk about these games. So let's hit them hard.
All right, let's go.
Give us another game. Good game, Anais.
Fallout 4.
Yay!
So good
That's a
game.
Hey,
Yes.
Oh no, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say it's a good game.
6 out of 10. Good.
Oh, I'd give it a solid 7.5.
I'd say more like 8.
There we go.
It's not perfect. I haven't
Yeah.
finished. I haven't touched the main story barely. I've been completely doing Minutemen quests,
Yeah.
which is like one of the things, and you
It's-
just build settlements.
This
like-
is your house?
Yeah, this is my house. I've spent a lot of time on this.
Your house
so
is
I've
pretty
been,
good.
Yeah.
So I've been building my house. I got a little jukebox. And something I've been spending a lot of time on, I think you'll see it. I've been trying to put things on the bookshelf. It's the hardest thing.
So one of the things I remembered, and one of my defining moments in Skyrim, was I was having a chat with an NPC, and the physics made the bookshelf contents explode.
Really?
And just fly across the room
Look at all my
mid-conversation.
comics.
You got so many-
I'm
Wait,
so
did you,
proud
did you
of
line them up?
No, it auto does it.
Oh, okay.
And
Alright.
this thing as well, you can put your bobbleheads on a
Alright.
bobblehead stand. So basically, whenever I'm out in the wild, if I see something, I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'll loot that, and I'll put it in my house. So I have this space monkey thing. I took a coffee pot, and I'm like, I'm gonna put that
I
in
was
my
carrying
kitchen.
around that space monkey, but it was heavy.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you built all this stuff at the first town, is it?
Yeah, so I've been unlocking lots of towns and just sort of giving them the basics like
Your
defense
town
and
looks
food
so
and
much
stuff
better
like
than
that.
me.
This is all
I
I've
just
been
didn't
doing
bother.
though.
I didn't bother
Do
at all.
anything.
And I've actually rebuilt this 3 times. I've pulled it all down and then rebuilt it because I'm fussy.
This is like Fallout 3 with all the mods.
And God,
Yeah.
I wish this was multiplayer. Wouldn't it be better
Yeah,
having
because
someone...
I'm I want to show off my town.
Yeah,
so
like-
I have to do it right now. So this
Yeah,
is me
this
showing off my
is
town.
like-
And the thing
Yeah.
is, the way that they've done the zoning and areas you can build and stuff like that probably could make it work in multiplayer.
Just so you just
Yeah,
visit
it's just
someone's home.
they can give you editing rights or not or anything. If you
Yeah.
want to raid someone else's town, you can't go in and destroy the town. It's just like you just go there and you can fight them or whatever, or just go have a look.
Like I got a disco ball light.
Look at it go.
But yeah, like the crafting and stuff, like when I saw the trailer for this, I'm like, yes, that looks so good. I hope it's actually good. And like, it's pretty good. It's not perfect. Like there's lots of things I wish they would change or fix, but I don't think they will. But yeah.
They don't need to because it's sold phenomenally well and they just have to iterate on Fallout 3.
Yeah, true.
Pretty much.
But yeah, I've been content just building.
Why was that bush sticking through that couch?
Exactly. I want to change those
And why
things.
can't people nail things straight?
It's the game.
You're
No,
building
it's
it from
me.
scratch.
Is this your infirmary?
Look at
No, this, what? No, this
You
is
just
just
need
like
beds
where they
for
sleep, the
settlers,
commoners.
Oh, I was about to say, you can all sleep in the one. Isn't there like a whole bunch of houses you can go put those beds in?
Yeah, but they're dirty. They have like holes in the
Do
ceiling
you
and
rule
stuff.
this with an iron fist?
What?
Do you rule with an iron fist?
A little bit. They all love me.
Can you
I'm like the
eject people from your
nicest.
town?
Like,
Oh yeah, can you kick
Oh.
people out of town?
you can send them to other places, and you can send them to transfer like your items between all the
They need
settlements.
stocks. Do they have stocks? Can you put something in the stocks?
Maybe.
That's what I want.
No.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
So
Yeah.
okay, so as not as a base building game, but as a Fallout game, how did you feel about it?
Like
But then what's Fallout to you? Is Fallout
I've
3
always
to
I
you?
feel like you either a Skyrim person or Fallout person. And I've always been like a Fallout person. I've
But
always loved
are you-
Fallout more than
does
Skyrim.
Fallout to you mean Fallout 3 or does it mean Fallout 1 and 2?
No, Fallout
Three.
Or does it
3
mean
and
Fallout Brotherhood
Vegas.
of Steel?
No, it's not.
Fallout 3 in in Vegas.
I'm more of a tactics man. Actually, you know what? I think tactics is vastly underrated.
Yeah, the tactics is fine.
Tactics is a good game.
Yeah.
Like it's definitely just more of Fallout 3, but different, and I'm totally okay with that.
Yeah, I guess if you know, I come down a little harsh on this game because
Yeah, everyone's so mean about it.
it's because I come from Fallout 1 and 2.
True.
And it gets a free pass on so many things. But that's not necessarily bad. It's still like a complex beast that took a lot of skill to put together.
Yeah.
I just doesn't like it hasn't done enough to capture me to play it.
Well,
But that's
I've
alright
heard-
because other people put hundreds and hundreds of
Yeah,
hours
yeah.
into it.
This is where I unlocked a purple light, and I'm really proud of it.
See, this is where
Oh,
See, I
it's
guess-
like your hair's reflecting outside.
I guess
So I was
it's,
excited by that.
it's interesting. Like you talk about, you're a Fallout person or a Skyrim person, or you're a Paul who doesn't really like either.
No.
You played on a Fallout 3 though.
Yeah, I ended up loving Fallout.
Yeah,
3.
and I think I found from this I'm more of a Skyrim person.
Yeah.
Like I just want to walk around and be a vampire and shoot stuff with my bow.
Yeah.
this is the
Or is
stuff I
this
wanna
I just
do.
want to wander
more of a
and
Witcher
help
2
random
person.
people?
That's the three people, isn't it?
Yeah,
Skyrim, Fallout 3, Witcher 2.
Not even Witcher 3 or 1. Like
No, specifically Witcher 2.
Witcher 2.
That was
Yeah.
it for me. Okay, so let's keep it going. James, give us another game to talk about.
All right.
Let's get this
Oh,
shit
man,
out.
let's-
What was great this year?
Let's throw out. Oh, fuck it.
Something that I'm going to not like shut down immediately.
Let's
Come
go.
on.
All right. Bloodborne.
That was a good game.
It's good.
Good game.
So the
Made by
From
Sony Interactive Entertainment Software.
Software from?
Made by Sony.
made by From.
Yes, made by
From Software. So the not Souls game or the not Dark Souls game.
Remember when we first saw footage of this and it was like, this is the new Dark Souls, and we're like, yep, that looks pretty legit as a game, and it looks exactly like Dark Souls, so I guess that's the new Dark Souls. And then said, no, it's called something else, and we're like, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm just so
Yeah.
confused.
and I think
lit.
it not calling itself Dark Souls is great because it's not Dark Souls. It's
Yeah, it's pretty Dark Souls.
it's pretty Dark Souls, but the big difference in this was the combat. The combat feels, well, actually, I'm saying Dark Souls 3 now.
Yeah,
it
it's
feels
like Dark
Blood-
Souls taken
Yeah.
Bloodborne things. In fact, like the biggest difference is just that this is based on more
Lovecraftian.
Gothic and Lovecraft
Yeah.
than
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
to me, Bloodborne is sort of like Dark Souls, a bit more focused. So it's not like here is a squillion pieces of armor to upgrade. It's not here's a million stats. It's like, look, you got a weapon. There's no shielding.
I thought the stats were all pretty much the same.
It's like there's not as many. Like if you when
There
you
aren't? Okay.
when you open the stat screen, compare the two. Like Dark Souls 2 is a wall of numbers when you open it. This is less of a wall of numbers.
I love those crows.
Yeah.
They're my favorite enemy because they're just so freaky.
I like what they did with the weapons. How they kind
The
of
transforming
merged.
weapons is a great idea.
You know, like, and it's really just, you know, in Dark Souls it's like, well, you can have multiple weapons, and this one like we're going to merge weapons. Yeah, like I think as an experience to kind of play through, this to me is probably the most fun.
So,
Like-
is this a new playthrough for you?
No, this is actually old footage we had in the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is actually quite old.
I'm like, just wait, you haven't beaten this yet? Okay.
Yeah. It also was like
What
it's
the
it's
hell is
quite
that?
it's quite forgiving.
Oh, that's a fault.
Like I feel like it's this compared to kind of Dark Souls games that it's like I felt it was a bit more accessible.
So how?
Yep.
I haven't played it because I've heard it's hard.
Oh, you never played this?
Like,
okay,
I've seen my brother playing it a lot.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I'm
you-
scared that it'll be too hard.
you
for
need
me.
to play it. I
have
have
it,
I
I
have a
think.
notoriously low frustration tolerance when it comes to
Okay.
games. But Dark Souls and all the From Software games manage to pull off difficulty in a way which doesn't piss me off.
Okay.
It's like, yes, it has kind of permadeath-ish, but in a way that's quite soft. So it's like, if you die, you lose your current kind of all your money.
Progress.
Basically, your progress since you last spent anything.
They're called like lives or something, aren't they?
But you can go back and pick it up. But if you die again before you pick it up, then it's lost. So like there's harshness there. But it's a game which is always fair. So whenever you die, it's your own fault.
Okay.
The attacks are always well telegraphed.
It's so pretty there.
Yeah, like definitely play it. 100%
Okay.
play this game.
I've been thinking about it.
If there was a Dark Souls 3, I don't know if this one would have. Which one would have come out on top? But yeah, I don't know. We talked about this a lot.
We played like half an hour of Dark Souls.
Yeah, we
3.
played a bunch of it. And like what I like is the combat, which I quite enjoy from this, has kind of made its way into Dark Souls 3, where it's sort of much faster. But you can still block and stuff like this. And this one, there's only dodging.
Come on, James, beat it.
I don't know if I beat it. I recorded this a while ago. I might kill it.
Let's find out.
Yeah, the way the health system worked, I think, was probably the genius of this game. So,
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
was a big change.
yeah, so the big, because it, like traditionally in Dark Souls, you could play it quite turtly. You could have a big shield, and it's kind of about blocking and things like that. Where this is like, if you take damage, you can see that like there's like there's a kind of pale red part of the bar which drops slowly. If you can hit someone before that goes down, you replenish your health. So the game pushes you to be aggressive.
Really?
So you've got to keep pushing forward. So if you lose most of your health, if you get in and get a few good hits on the enemies, you might get it all back. So you end up with this really aggressive style of play. And I went from in Dark Souls, where I'd be very, very pick up a shield and never get hit,
Yeah,
to
it's
no.
pretty normal in Dark Souls to just hold the shield button.
Yeah, in this one, I'm
And,
like, nah.
that's 90% of the time.
Okay.
You
You
have shield
have,
up.
you got to get in.
Alright,
It
I'm
was
okay with
interesting
that.
when because
In fact, in Bloodborne, instead of the shield, a gun takes its place. And so, because basically the shield, the way you're supposed to Dark Souls when you're not a pussy like we are, is that you use the shield merely to parry and stun
Yeah.
people. So in this, you have when someone comes in for an attack, you shoot them to interrupt their
Yeah.
attack. So it's
Okay.
like same effect of how they wanted to use the shield, but you can't walk around with
Yeah.
with a gun that's blocking every attack.
This is where like Cheryl is really big into these games, and when she played Bloodborne, she was sort of more like, "What are you talking about? Like this is like I'm playing it like I play Dark Souls." Because for her, because she plays it not like a pussy,
not like a pussy.
she will be dodging and going in and like really being aggressive. But what it did, it forced players like me to go, "No, you need to get in there and get into the fray." So a lot of really good. I'm glad it wasn't a Soul like Dark Souls. It was its own thing. Had the freedom to make a few good changes to it to make a pretty different experience.
Okay, my next nomination.
Go for it.
I'm nominating 2D Metroidvania style platformer from early this year, one of the most beautiful games of the year, Ori and the Blind Forest.
So pretty.
When this was first shown off E3 previous year, I think, it was like, because they did an awesome thing in the room where, because it was the Microsoft conference, where as like the tree lit up, everything in the room, like they had these little globes everywhere and it spread out across the whole audience. I'm like,
Really?
oh, best
That's
moment.
cool.
And then everyone leaves and go like, man, Halo 5 looks great. I'm like, fuck you all. It's like, obviously Ori and the Blind Forest was
This
the
was
best looking
a
game.
distributed team as well.
What do you mean? So they're not all...
Yeah, it's like all around the world.
Yeah,
so-
yeah. It's made in Unity, which was...
Unity.
Yeah, it's a Unity
Oh
game.
yeah.
It's
got
very
a bunch
cool.
of awards. That's right.
Yeah. So basically, they took a standard sort of Metroidvania. Okay, we're going to have a long system unlocking abilities. They took a little bit of platforming from Super Meat Boy, but without that level of unforgiveness in it. And then they just made this really beautiful natural forest world where, yeah, you sort of move around in ways that aren't traditional. Like one of the main abilities you use, and we'll jump into actual gameplay in a second, is you have an ability to, if a projectile or an enemy is near you, you can grab them and use them to launch yourself. So here, and throw them backwards, but you can also use that to throw a projectile at people and do all sorts of things like that. And that becomes one of the very core things of how you move in the game. And it just makes it flow really, really different. Like here, we're going to traverse up to get a... thing like that. So the game world's really big. There's lots of backtracking to explore things. It looks really good. It plays super tightly. Even you've got projectiles that fire out, but you don't have direct control of them. You've got this little sprite next to you that fires.
And if you're wondering also why the effects and art look so amazing, Blizzard.
Ex-Blizzard guys, are they?
Cool. Like when looking at especially the effects, because Blizzard have amazing.
It makes some sense now that I hear it.
Apparently they're like 3D sprites, like the 3D models that have been rendered out to be sprites or something.
Oh, it could be.
I know there's this thing on GDC Vault.
Yeah, so if you look at once I found about the Blizzard thing, I'm like, that's why it's got the awesome color design.
Oh yeah. In fact, I wish I'd run to more areas than just this. It's so look at the heat haze coming off those things. The art is so good, and that's the thing. It's a beautiful, beautiful game. Kind of even like Juju that I was talking about earlier. It's that's a really solid game, but this is a platformer made for people that can play games and
I heard it's hard.
It's not like Super Meat Boy hard or anything like that, but will certainly challenge the average player. There's enough challenge in there that will still satisfy a hardcore player, but it's not like a crazy shmup or something.
Yeah.
But it's it's going to take you a few passes to get through a lot of the stuff. But I think it's a satisfying level where most challenges you can overcome. It might just take you a few times.
I think, because I didn't play this, but this was something that Cheryl actually picked up on the weekend on sale.
Yeah.
She loved the crap out of it. One of the things that kind of bothered her at the end was I don't believe you could go back to finish off your collectibles.
Well, matters when you if you finish.
If you finish the whole game.
But that's pretty standard, really.
Yeah, but I think there was a situation where there was a particular collectible she couldn't get, and so she has this 98% completion, and the only way to go back and get it is to play the whole thing again.
There's a fucking in Beyond Good and Evil of all things, so we're liking it too.
Okay, we're going.
You have one opportunity to get a photo of this fucking space whale, and if you do not get it, you can never get it. You have to play through the entire fucking game to get that photo. Fucking Beyond Good and Evil 2. Damn it. Anyway, so Ori and the Blind Forest, that was, as far as straight up platformers go.
It's pretty amazing. This was one of the games which I looked at. It's this is not for James, but goddamn, it's amazing.
So fucking good. Okay, let's push through. No, we're not going to finish on normal time, but that's all right. We'll get close. So, Anais, what do we got?
Do I only have one left?
You got two left.
Two things.
Shit, what's
You
the
got
other
two
one?
left, babe. You want me to say one of the names?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
You want to finish on this bigger one, or?
Yeah. Okay. So, a game that I think really took my interest. I guess I think it was a really interesting game was Sibella.
Okay,
that's the right word.
Don't know this one at all.
Oh really? It's the Nina Freeman game. So she's
Nina who?
Freeman. She's
You don't know Nina Freeman, you
know
uncultured fuck.
So she's a female developer. She's been in the press a fair bit, and it's I think a full motion video game. She puts her
some kind of FMV game.
That thing. And she puts her own set, it's her own experience and her own self in the game. It's video recordings of her, and the gameplay is she go through her desktop and sort of just look. Get to know her and see pictures and selfies and blog posts and stuff like that. And she's playing an MMO online with the guy, and it's all just them talking, and you're listening to them talking, and they end up getting together, that kind of thing. So it's a love story, but you're playing it sort of via watching her play as an MMO. You're playing the MMO, but it's
So I feel I know we're 2/3 of the way through this GOTY discussion now, but I'm going to reframe the way we talk about things a little bit. So what about this really worked for you? Did it touch you on an emotional level? Did you just find it was really clever and cool in that way? What really worked for you with it?
I think that it was sort of, I think it's a very unique female perspective, and I think it appeals to females as well. I think that's what's interesting about it. It's sort of very authentic as well. You can put yourself in that situation.
Do you think if play it with as a guide, do you think it would give insight into that experience, or would it just be a bit lost?
I think so. Yeah, like I think it would still be interesting from a guy's perspective, but also that it's not really about the gameplay. It's more about the story. And I think a similar game is like Beginner's Guide. Like it's not about the gameplay at all. It's sort of like about the story. And I think that's
it's
just
using games as a mechanism to tell stories.
And I think that mechanism's interesting, and I'd like to see more games like
we've
that.
We've seen a bit of that. Well, like Beginner's Guide, which was on a list and like still was, which was not a follow-up to Stanley Parable, but one of the designer's next games. So I think this year has been a good show of art games that are using games as a mechanism to tell stories, and it actually takes advantage of that fact. Because previously, it hasn't worked a lot of the time. It's been like, yeah, you've told us a story, it's in a game, but you could have just given me the text and it would be exactly the same. Now we're getting people that are like, yeah, because there was that. Actually, no, that was really that was the other one I was thinking of.
I think it's really great that that's being so explored, because we need cutscenes to go away. Like I think cutscenes are a bit of a narrative hack.
But there's weird thing, like even you didn't. I don't think you played it, but when we played Emily Is Away, like that was sort of a minor game. But the fact that it presented itself in a way that we were familiar with and then messed with a few of those expectations, like that made it more worthwhile because it was in a game format. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's just like an interesting way to tell a story through gameplay in a way, and I'm excited to see more games like it.
Yeah, see where it goes.
Sabella. It's currently the forerunner for Game of the Year overall, I think. Don't you agree, James? Would you agree? Agree?
Yes.
Do you agree?
Oh, yeah, I do.
James, next game from you. Come on.
All right, okay.
Get all punchy in between rounds.
Yeah, Monster Hunter 4. Ultimate. 3DS game that I played. A lot of.
How much?
About 3 episodes of show worth. I spoke about it quite a few times in a row with that game.
Why do you think it's a goatee?
Because it takes a very console-esque experience of being a RPG combat game where you fight bosses and level up and grind things, which Paul doesn't really like.
A lot of those words.
But put it into a handheld. Now, I don't think it looks that great because it's 3DS, and 3DS is not exactly a looker. But they captured it well. This is
Luigi's Mansion's pretty fucking good looking.
It does. It doesn't do big 3D open world that well. No, that thing. But
they should have made this Luigi's Mansion 3.
They should have. But I actually played this quite a lot. I did not get super into it as in a lot of other people do, because in Japan...
but people put thousands of hours into
this is like a crazy popular game, like in Japan. But I put maybe around 20, 30 hours into it. I played a decent amount. And it does a good job at giving me interesting boss fights that I need to learn how to kill the boss, and I get items that I collect and then make better gear. Like it's got a good kind of like core loop of leveling up and stuff like that, which is something that I like. And yeah, it just was a really good kind of play on the train game. Where I felt this game kind of fell down is that it really should be about playing online. Yeah. And the online was not that well executed.
Is it not that well executed full stop, or not that well executed in Australia?
I think full stop. I could join games, but I found it kind of difficult to actually get anything meaningful going. And it's quite obtuse, all of the exactly what's going on. Okay,
so you know how this is like goatee, and we're trying to get through to the end of the episode before. So it's time to bring up a totally unrelated game.
All right, go for it.
So this week I played the demo they released for Zelda Tri-Heroes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so you literally you can either play with 2 people locally. Well, I was lying in bed at 12 at night, so no. Or you go online. So okay, so I found 2 people easy enough. Loaded up the game. The game's super impressive. It'll be super fun to play. Fortunately, one of the random people I was with was completely fucking useless, which made the game unplayable.
So is this something you need to play in the same room with people?
You need to play in the same room with 3 and only 3 people. You can't play with 2 people.
Does it
Can't play with 4 people.
Download play?
Yes.
Good.
Yes. So maybe one day we could sit around and be good friends and play a Zelda Tri-Heroes game.
We can be playing it right now. There's 3 of us. Have you got a 3DS, Anais?
No.
You could buy one with the money you get from Xbone.
I just sold one though.
Of course you sold
No, good.
Anyway, enough of that. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Monster Hunter 4.
Good.
Are you going to get Monster Hunter Cross?
No,
Why not?
because
You've already got a game that's pretty much the same?
I have a Monster Hunter, and it's fine.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. No, I'll leave that one to last. Okay, Downwell. One of the big takeaways of the year. A big breakaway hit. It is on mobile, apparently, and lots of people play it on mobile, but fuck that, because it's fantastic on PC.
I played it on PC. This was a mobile game that had the audacity to charge money.
I did it.
Yeah.
Yes, that was $3.
It was $3. What is this? It's not made of money.
This game is a masterclass in design, simple gameplay mechanics, of style, and you can't... Really, there's nothing negative to say about the game, except maybe if you don't like the old style aesthetic. Except that's all very deliberate in how you play the game and understanding what you can attack and what you can't attack and how to flow. If you were good at the game, which I am not, this is a terrible run, but I thought, let's be honest and just show me being terrible at the game. You can play this entire game without touching the ground, bouncing off enemies, shooting them. When you kill an enemy, it recharges your little gun, so you don't have, because normally you have to land on the ground to recharge your gun. This game is crazy and hectic, and it fixes a whole bunch of problems with roguelikes, such as normally in a roguelike, if you get really good at it and you're playing you spend most of the time in the later levels, having to slog through the first 3 levels are terrible. In this, it's just a way to power up really quickly and really satisfyingly, because you're so good at the game by that point. The first few levels only take you a few seconds to do, and you're really like, you don't touch the ground while you're doing it. You'll get combos in like the 40s and stuff, and they just start giving you like abilities and everything. It's just great. That's like it's simple.
It's super
you understand
simple.
the game simply. It's deep understanding how the mechanics work. You can just like, it's got such a easy to understand, easy to play, and then the upper end of skill in it is so high that there's so much room to grow, and you can play it for so long. And then they add different styles to how the character moves and such, so it adds lots of variation, different randomized weapons because of the roguelike structure of it. I think saying roguelike structure makes more sense than saying things in a lot of things.
Like it is procedurally generated, and there is permadeath, and it ticks a lot of the roguelike boxes. It's just not like a top-down RPG.
And it's just the structure of you play through and then you reiterate. It's really just there's a reason it was such a cult game this year. Pretty good. So before we go on to the next stuff, what other some cult game stuff? We already mentioned Netsuo Kume. We had Besiege.
Oh, we did.
Was pretty good this year.
Yes.
Which I don't... Oh, did I copy over the GIF to you, Mr. Producer?
All right, let's put her up.
Let's just whack up the GIF of what we spent the beginning of this year watching constantly on Reddit and such. Yes, Besiege. The Siege Engine design game.
I've not seen this GIF.
You've never... Oh, like, there's so many GIFs. We could have just filled up a whole montage of stuff, but we didn't make them, so...
We can watch it again, though.
Oh, yeah, there we go. I love the little extension for... But one of my favorite is just, like, people made all these, like, mass-killing machines which would, like, transform into, like, swastikas before they appear. And just be like, what the fuck is that?
People did some crazy stuff.
It was real... But, so, it was just it's a physics-based game. I reckon probably 3 months or so. It was just... Every second post was
I
just
haven't
like...
heard about it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not a PC physics game. No. You don't spend your life on Reddit saying, show us /r gaming.
I'm on there sometimes.
I recommend going to r/games, not gaming.
What's the difference?
Games is more serious focused. Gaming is mainly people saying like, look what I built in Fallout. And I'm like, don't care. I want to learn about Besiege Cox. No, they actually don't have that stuff on games. Besiege.
Besiege. We had someone in chat asking what that madness was.
Besiege.
Besiege.
It's a super common... Like, I was looking to find just something good to throw up. People have made some of the most complex, crazy things in that game, which I don't think the developers ever thought people would get that into it. Because it's full-on mechanical operation of things. Man, that's a weird thing to do as I'm saying those words. But it's... People making flying machines, people just making machines that can transform into other separate machines. You set up your own controls for them. Each level is just, it's a siege task. It's like, take out that castle, take out those troops, do that. So you design a machine to do that. And people just, they ignored that and they just built crazy machines. And they are pretty impressive.
Yeah, and
I
it's-
reckon you could learn a bunch of basic engineering concepts
Yeah,
in this stuff as well.
it's actually pretty cheap. It's on Steam at the moment. It's currently $5.60 US.
Yeah.
But that's
Maybe I'll
actually
buy it.
only 30% off. Normally it's only like $8.
Yeah.
So yeah, cheap.
Cheap. Besiege. Okay, had some shit happen this year. Had some games that didn't quite land.
Yes.
We had the new Tony Hawk was announced and released. And did anyone here play it?
Nope.
And why didn't we play it?
Because it looked terrible.
It looked-
Skateboarding game.
What, you never got into a Tony Hawk?
Oh, maybe on 64.
Tony Hawk games are fucking
Yeah, no, they
great.
were really good. They were a lot of fun. And this was meant to be the return.
I even like some of the bad ones.
Yeah, this was meant to be a bit of a return back to kind of your Tony Hawk 2s. And
Well,
it
they
just
did by making a game that could have been released when Tony Hawk came
yeah.
out, but not a good one.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
it's a shame this thing missed the mark so much.
They did a new Overlord, which some people I know really cared about for some reason.
Really?
Until they realised even
Wasn't it just
even terrible
bad
B-grade
dungeon crawler?
Overlords. Yeah, so like they totally just dropped the base
Yeah.
concept, which is you being an evil Overlord. That was
Because
great.
don't you want to play one of those minions in a game called Overlord?
Now, in this little list, I've put Evolve down.
I think.
Do you think that's fair?
Yes.
Yep. So, okay, no, you'd go
Oh,
back.
it has no like depth. Like it was like a good few hours of fun, and then it was like,
What if Evolve was $20?
yeah,
Yeah, that's the problem it had. It was all pricing. If you put Evolve next to Left 4 Dead, which was like a $20 game that all your friends buy, and then you go and play it and you have fun, fine. You make that game 90 Australian dollars. Suddenly, that's not a good value proposition. I own it. That's only because I got it free.
Oh, really? I own it, and
Yeah.
I'm angry about it.
Yeah, I'd probably be angry if I.
I played that beta. I loved it.
Yes, as a, like if
You
you
Yeah.
borrow my copy if
yeah.
you want.
Something
Hey,
like
look,
that.
right now, $20 actually is probably the right price
Yeah.
for it.
And it was,
But no one plays it anymore.
But no one plays it.
yeah,
So,
and like the monster thing was like overpowered. I think it was a little
It
unbalanced.
depends on where you are.
I like the
Or like your team, maybe.
Yeah.
I like the idea of the asynchronous gameplay. It was fun. I had some good matches
It
with
was
it.
fun,
but-
I got bored pretty quick.
But I got bored pretty quickly, and there was one of the reasons they justified it. Holy crap! Holy
That's all the
crap.
downloadable content.
That's one of the
There we
problems this
go.
game had. Wow.
Seems to be a trend with games.
Wow.
Okay.
That's all skins mainly, but yeah. Was in order for them to try and add value to it, to like, we're going to be retail, it's like, let's make everything unlockable. Because we need to make it so you have to play through this game over and over and over again to get your $90 worth.
Okay. We've sort of got to finish up.
All right.
But can I just talk about Hatred for a second?
Go for it, man. Go for it.
Okay. So earlier this year, Hatred was announced. It looked like a piece of shit. It's a black and white
So prepared
murder
to hate
simulator.
this. So
no,
prepared.
I was
Where's
on
that?
board with it from day one. I think if you go back to the podcast before we were with FMVGames and everything, I have always thought this game looks fucking amazing.
I think it was just you.
Yeah. It didn't play out to my dreams, which was
What's wrong
like...
with his hair?
it's just the physics has it in his face. So, he's got long dangly hair. It's hardcore,
Where's
you know.
the wind coming from? It's not blowing.
He's got
smoke.
perpetual wind. He's just a bit gassy. He fucking hates everyone. I'm gonna fucking murder this town. I still had the dream of the game ending and it like zooming out to like some emo
Yeah,
kid's
this looks
notebook.
kind of cool.
I think visually it's really, really cool. It is bad taste, but it's basically the original Postal.
Yeah.
Like the original Postal was like this, it just didn't look as good. The thing is, it's got really bad game design because with everything black and white, it's real hard to decipher shit. I loaded it up again in here. Like there's parts where I'm just like, can't get through doorways because I can't work out where they are. And I was like, oh, that's great work, game. It basically everyone hated the trailer. Oh my god, this is going to be terrible. They tried so mass manufactured the scandal. They didn't release it in Australia.
Oh, deliberately.
Deliberately, because Australia bans violent games, they never banned it.
Yeah.
They just didn't release it.
Because this
What?
was meant to be kind of like the '90s throwback to violence. Like even the Hatred logo. Was
Yeah,
basically
it's like the Doom logo
Yeah.
and everything. Like this was like they was trying so hard to be controversial, and no one really cared.
No, it actually like was a complete. It's like nothing.
It failed to launch.
Yeah.
I still stand by I think it's a really interesting aesthetic, and it's an interesting game when you think of from what its purpose is and what it's trying to the fantasy you're playing out
What's
of it.
the goal?
The goal is basically
that was a pretty good explosion.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of really nice visual touches. Basically, in the first level, you got to go to a party and a parade and just murder everyone.
So you
Which
win
I'm
by
pretty sure
murdering
was the
everyone.
first level in
Yeah.
Postal, wasn't it?
It was the first level in Postal 2. As the game progresses, you're fighting more police and SWAT team members and
Okay.
stuff. But the conceit of the game is that you hate everyone and you just want to go and kill everyone. That's the entire plot.
Okay.
Spoiler, at the end of the game, you nuke everyone.
Sadness.
Sorry, everyone. In case you thought you were going to get out by fucking hatred.
You better tag that shit.
Yeah, you hate me now. Why don't you fucking... Yeah, anyway, I think that's enough hatred. Let's get back to real games that mattered. Real games that mattered. Okay, so this is our last run. And then we'll have a little bit of a think, and then we'll try to quickly throw together what we think our actual game of the year is. Even though it's completely meaningless and it's nothing. Okay, Anais, what is your last nomination?
Last game, Life is Strange.
Life is motherfucking strange.
Which we had a whole
Yes.
spoiler alert episode dedicated to.
Yeah.
We did, because I fucking love Life is
I
Strange.
also love Life is
I
Strange.
also too like
I think in this group, it may, if we're going to edge things that would be in the top of the list, this would be getting close. I think I call Life is Strange Donnie Darko, the game
Yeah.
with a story that's not shit.
Yeah, yeah.
It nails that same sort of aesthetic and that feeling. You know, trying to get that teen angst, and the soundtrack's so good. I love that half the soundtrack is shit that I listen to.
Oh yeah. It's like,
I'm like, oh my god, I'm so pretentious.
Like, listen to some Bright Eyes. Paul introduced me to Bright Eyes.
So good. So what stands out Life is Strange for you?
I think like the just evolving like the characters, like getting to know her is kind of interesting as well, and the decisions, like trying to make the right decisions is always stresses me out. I think that was pretty strong.
It let me play the character the way I wanted to play her, and let me evolve her, and like even in ways that the game didn't measure or care about. Just in like, it always felt pretty appropriate to me what I was doing.
I think it was kind of telling that when we had the spoiler alert and we were talking about our particular Macs, we all had very different
Even though the
Maxes.
game does not vary that much, it's all just slight changes and switches.
What we internalized as Macs was actually quite different.
No, I think it was I think it basically was not deliberately, like this was not the MO of the team, but it was a bit of a fuck you to Telltale in that you guys have stopped evolving a lot of the things that you're doing. Like you're getting very good at your tricks, but they're being seen as tricks. And there's other things you can do in a very similar format.
Yeah.
And like at its worst, this is what it was doing, a Telltale-ish thing. And at its best, it was just exploring. Because they took a lot of ideas from their previous game, Remember Me, which was the third-person shooter.
I haven't played
But
that yet.
it's really interesting. Like, well, part of the main idea is that you're basically incepting people, and you go into their memory and you mess up, and you scan back and forth, and you make small changes to make their memory play out differently and try to get them to think something different. So they took that and they sort of turned. That's a good little note. I think a really super successful adventure game.
Yeah.
That made me feel like I would have had a cry. I cry so much these days.
Yeah.
I'm such a fun.
Really?
Watched Inside Out the other day. Fucking tears, baby.
Really? No, Inside Out didn't get me.
It's a crying movie.
Up got me, but not...
Everyone cries at Up. That's like saying I cried at Grave of the Fireflies. Everyone cries at Grave of the Fireflies.
If you don't cry, Grave of the Fireflies.
Saw a plastic bag going through the street the other day.
So
Had a bit of a
emotional.
cry.
Most beautiful thing you've ever seen?
It's amazing. You ever feel just like a plastic bag?
Just in the wind. Yeah.
I can't remember the rest of the
No.
lyrics. Anyway. You wanted to say something?
Yeah.
What was it, James?
I
You're going to say something
I
about
was.
this
Okay.
game?
We were talking about
Yeah,
the
what about
characters
it?
and
Yeah.
we're talking about the plot, but how was it as an actual game?
I think it's the first 2 episodes were very good games. Then I think it became just main storytelling for the next 2. I think I actually really liked the last episode. I think it brought in a lot of good ideas. But then there was still more narrative. But I think it started as a strong game, came weaker, but it stayed a very strong narrative.
I still enjoyed my whole time through it. But I felt like things, especially at the time rewind, felt like it was sort of not really used that effectively later on.
Yeah, there was some really good bits, like when the tree falls down, you have to learn, you have to move, and then use it.
But then
like,
you kind of
stuff
get
like
it.
that.
And it's like,
That scene was me going like, this is a bit just rubbishy. Like I don't care. But then when they did the same thing later, where you're rescuing people in the town near the end of the game without any other. Sorry, that's kind of a semi-spoil. But it's like then it worked really well. I thought.
Yeah.
And that was gameplay and narrative and
But definitely very good.
Okay, James, what's your last nomination?
Last nomination, I'm going to throw out Super Mario Maker.
Super Mario Maker.
Because I love...
Did they say that at the beginning? Does he do that?
I think so.
Because I haven't actually played it
Mario
yet.
Maker. Because I love games about making games. I find them super fun.
Which is funny because you hate programming games.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Don't like coding.
Yeah, so
Not a
it's like because
thing.
you always say I don't want to play like Space Cam or something like that because that's what my job is.
Yeah.
But you love games about literally making games.
Yeah, so the reason I don't like stuff like Space Chem is because my job, 80% of the time, is writing code.
Yeah.
So when the game is about structuring logic, that to me is boring because I do that. That's my job. I enjoy it. It's that itch is scratched by my job. What Super Mario Maker did was what? What are you doing?
Scratching an
why
itch.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks.
There
You
you
can
go.
scratch my itch anytime.
Okay, I will.
Yeah, yeah. It forced me to go, you know what, James? You can't write any code. You're not going to code your way out of this one. You're going to work within limitations and you're going to make something.
Some of the shit that people are making in Mario Maker now, I actually have to like. The restrictions of Mario Maker when it was first shown. I'm like, okay, this is all interesting, but I don't think people can do much with it.
They found a way.
I was fucking
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
Dear God, the amount that Nintendo allowed them to mess with stuff. It's like I just didn't expect Nintendo was going to do that.
Yeah.
It's great to see. And they've continued supporting it too.
Yeah,
like they've added in things that
checkpoints.
people were asking for.
Yeah,
and-
it's something. I really want to see where they go long term with this. If they start adding in like other, like I'd love to see them add some Metroid stuff in or something like that. Like how far can they go with this?
yeah.
But as a tool, it was really simple to use, and for me, like just on kind of a personal level, it was putting me in a situation where I had to work as a designer. Like there's no way around it. You need to design something.
I wonder if they could do like a crossover between like Mario Maker turned into like Nintendo Maker mixed with ideas of like NES Remix. Where it's like, here's all the properties and you can take things from it, but like you can take the framework for each of these individual games and then build on that framework.
Yeah,
That'd be a big project.
I checked out a little bit of Project Spark.
Yeah.
The Xbox One. And it's free to download. And, you know, like it's pretty cool. You can grab it. There's a lot of stuff there. And that's Microsoft's kind of game maker. Aimed at younger
you can get it on
audiences.
Windows 10 as well.
Yeah, it's on Windows 10. And if I was a kid, I would think I'd love the crap out of it. If I was an aspiring coder, especially if kids which are aspiring coders, get Project Spark because it's free and it actually teaches a lot of the fundamentals of kind of structuring logic. But to me, like that's also another one of these. If you give it to me, I just go, oh, I can see the coding. I'm going to try and you know, code stuff. But Super Mario Maker couldn't do it. It's like, no, go build a level. And I think just having that really focused experience was really good. It managed to show a lot of people that they are terrible designers. That was great.
But did they actually learn that?
I hope so. I
doubt
really
it.
hope so. Because game design is actually really, really hard. It's difficult.
What?
Yeah. It's not just thinking
Look,
up ideas.
I'm going to have a gun that shoots 6 rockets at once.
Yep.
Going to be a tentacle monster.
Yep. I'm going to have...
And we're going to put it on the moon.
And I'm going to have some fun... Fun jumping. And also, you can do anything.
Can I borrow Mario Maker off you?
Yes.
My final nomination is another cult game, and I was just stuck with like indie small games with this thing. I didn't go any AAA. I'm like, I'm a fucking sellout to my own desires. And you cannot talk about games of the year this year without mentioning Undertale, which I will also nominate as having the very worst fan base.
Oh, really? I actually know very little about Undertale.
Undertale is fantastic.
All right,
Did you finish it?
Sell me Undertale.
I'm not finished yet. I'm very close to it. I should. It's not that long of a game. It's only about 5-6 hours long. Undertale is a game about exploring other characters in an RPG world. So even when you have a random encounter, and there'll be one coming up in the footage now, you can just play it like an RPG and fight them. That's not the point of the game. In fact, that's a really hard way to play it.
Washua.
So in this, Washua, one of the characters, he really likes washing things. So I ask him to clean me. And so I actually have to get him to clean me in like this little game there. And that makes him feel happy.
What?
And he leaves the fight. Now this other character likes to flex his muscles. So I have to make him flex so much that he flexes himself off the screen. And so the whole game design really is in... So you haven't seen this at all, James?
No, I know nothing about it.
So this is actually quite a thing. Like, I don't really want to spend too much time just explaining the game, but the game is mainly played in these small shmup windows.
Yep.
But what they do that's not done in pretty much any other game is that the attacks that the enemies use on you are meaningful. So they're all animated in different ways. They all have tricks about them. So basically, you actually learn about characters and everything from every interaction you do with them.
Okay.
It's not just once you learn it, okay, you just do that pattern from then on if you run into that enemy again. But there's not lots of random encounters or anything. But you play the big claim to fame of the game is you can play through the game without killing anyone. You can do a pacifist run of it, which is really, they say you have the choice to do that, but that is the right way to play it.
Yeah. But isn't it if you kill people, it changes the outcome?
Oh, yes. Things can change drastically depending on how you do things. And that's the thing. It actually annoys me that people say that, play it as pacifist or play it, the other mode people say is called genocide. Really, you should just play it with how you feel at any time with it. You shouldn't be playing it as I'm going to manipulate the game logic to be all or nothing. It's just play it effectively as how you feel and you'll get a better story out of it. But, that's just my feeling on things. I always find it funny when people play a game because they want the achievement at the end of the game.
You have to choose to not hug?
Yes. He wants some distance.
I see what you mean. That's amazing. I should play this game.
Yeah, it's really good. The writing is fantastic. It's always interesting. It's got very varied gameplay elements. It's very funny. It's just very, very charming. From what I said before about having the worst fan base is because, to use the annoying term, the social justice warrior movement really latches onto this because since it's about being nice and making friends with all sorts of people, they then like to attribute that everyone has very certain specific sexualities, and it's it's not really part of the game. It's just
sort of projecting into it.
Yeah, it's a skeleton that likes to dance, and then the creator, because it's made by one guy, Toby Fox, he came out against fan art because people were making erotic fan art about the game and selling it, and the main character's basically a kid. He's I don't support this at all, and people wouldn't like him saying that, and just let the game is great. It also, on GameFAQs, it won best game ever.
GameFAQs?
Yep.
Wow, that thing still exists?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah. And people said that it was
best game ever.
It's made a lot of people list,
which is normally it's normally just given to Legend of Zelda or something.
Yeah,
but it's and people said, it's just people going on there and voting as much as they could. It's that's what internet polls are. That's why normally Zelda wins, because they do that. This time everyone got behind this game that just came out that just has touched them in a way that they really appreciate it. Really I've got no problem with it winning best game ever from GameFAQs. Because it's meaningless.
Paul, are you saying that the discussion about best games may not have that much weight and meaning?
Not. Well, here's the thing.
Yep.
Let's go. Okay. What is the better game? Tetris or GTA 5?
Fuck you.
It's fucking meaningless.
That's yep.
You can't compare. Half the games we've mentioned tonight, you can't directly compare half of this stuff. Games that had $100 million budgets trying to create an immersive world where anything can happen versus Rocket League. It's a little car sports game, and it's just as polished and it's just as good as a valid game. But people say, okay. So
if we had to pick one,
I'm going to do that in a sec. But before that, I want to do a little bit of a call out, just to celebrate some of the single person development teams this year. We actually already when we did TIS 100, the programming game, which is a guy that made Space Chem and Infinifactory.
If you want your coding games to be a bit more coding, check out TIS 100.
Yeah, and that's an understandable game.
Actually, a little bit of funny comment I read on it. I actually wanted a little mini rant. It's not that much of a rant. I was reading the Steam reviews of TIS 100. And most of looking at the negative ones, and people are saying, it's too hard. Okay, fair enough. If you're not a coder, it's going to be difficult. But I got to one which gave it a negative review because it said the game was too easy.
Yeah.
Now, I'm just going to say this. If you go into that game thinking it's too easy, you're probably a shit developer. Because that game, it's how much do you want to optimize this bitch?
Yeah.
You'll solve it.
I know the engine team over at Remedy uses the game and they all compete.
Yeah, so it's it's a programmer's game. If you're a student or something, go get it. It'll teach you how to optimize the shit out of something. Let's bring it up here. You look at it, it's mainly text.
So that game, you understand, one person, passionate, even games like Undertale, which, one person, but he chose a fun art style, but it's obviously designed because he can
Pretty
achieve
easy,
it by
yeah.
himself. Dropsy, fantastic adventure game, 2D art, took a number of years, do that. But then you start getting these other games, like Albedo, what's the subtitle? Eyes from Outer Space, which is a game that I reviewed earlier in the year. I think it might have been before it was a video show, though. And this guy made a first-person, like, escape the room puzzle game it's so ambitious in what it does. We've got some footage which hopefully is popping up soon, because I just quickly want to drop in. It's like the fact that this can come from single developers now is just so freaking cool. It's I actually don't know what engine it's in. Let's guess.
I'm going to say Unreal.
Yeah, why not? Actually, I'm pretty sure it's not Unreal the way
Okay,
that it moves.
I don't
know. It's physics-based. One of the things, like, I remember early in the game, there's a puzzle where you've got to fill a bucket with water, and you've got a hose, and you put it in the bucket, and the liquid actually fills up the bucket. Like, it's just a little trick, but that's such a fucking great attention to detail. Like, you're one guy doing all of this shit.
Looks crazy good.
Yeah, it's like, which then, even though we don't need to finish off this trailer here, brings me to the other game, Warshift, which is another one-man project.
That's a crazy one-man project.
Yeah. So this is
What is this?
real-time strategy game that you play in space or on the surface of a planet, where you also have like a commander unit, which you control third person as an action game. I don't know if you might actually be able to control any unit actually, but yeah, specifically commanding units.
A little bit
You'll be happy to see, James, that one of the new units he's developed is basically mechanical Tyrannosaurus
And
Rex.
it's underwater because
And there's
One person.
one person develops this fucking game.
it's a little nuts. Yep.
Now,
I think-
I sort of said when I sort of did a semi-review of it, what he needs to do now is go get a team to polish it and finish it. But he's still making it's still like it's not a bad game. It just could be incredible if he had more resources. You just look at it and you go like, my lord, because all of this is in engine.
Was it successful?
He's still developing it and people are buying it, so I guess it did. Actually, did it even kickstart? I don't know if it did.
Well, I think it was on Kickstarter because we looked at it and we're like, one guy. What is this?
Yeah, we
what
thought,
is this shenanigans?
Is this a scam?
Yeah, what's going
no
on?
way. And like, I imagine like a bunch of the base resources he's getting off libraries and stuff. But even then, holy the shit. So a little bit of salute to the single developers out there who are these days with all the Jesus Christ, people are doing some impressive stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smart people.
Yeah. Warshift. It's interesting. Cool. Okay, so let's anything else we quickly want to mention? People in the chat were talking about Mad Max. It's okay.
Yeah,
It's
I mean, you played it. I didn't play it.
I liked it. It
Yeah,
was.
it seemed-
I liked. I thought it was held back by all of the old game conventions. Like the cutscenes were
Yeah.
boring, and it just needed to be more things going on in the world.
I've been waiting for it to get cheap, basically.
Yeah.
It looks nice.
I will give a very brief shout out to they did fix a lot of Destiny this year.
Yeah, Destiny this year became the game that I wouldn't have been so upset about James giving it Gertie last year.
Yeah, it is now. If you go buy Taken King, it's a pretty sweet.
But
deal.
it's still full of bullshit.
It is full of bullshit.
It's a much better game, but it's still bullshit. So anything you want to? Just wait before I. The Nintendo lineups were fucking great this year. Actually, Splatoon was fantastic. The Majora's Mask remake on 3DS. I'd never played it before. So much fun. I loved it. And beginning of the year, last year it was out in the US, but this year Captain Toad came out in Australia. I just played straight through that. That was
That was
biggest
something.
problem with that was just the boss battles.
That was
repetitive.
something that the Cheryl's mum actually
Yeah.
played, and so she's a little bit older, but she has played a few games. But it was really kind of like she'd watch it, I would play it, but every now and then it get too hard. And it's like, James, you do it. I'm like, no, you can do it. You can. I try and like motivate her to get through and do it.
Amy also notes in the chat that Undertale's a game maker game.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah,
Which isn't shocking. It
no.
looks like it could
Well, I
be a
mean,
game maker.
Gunpoint was a game maker game.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like,
I'll try Game Maker.
Yeah, it's a tool. It's there.
Okay, so out of everything we said, what would push to you as like the best thing that came out of this year?
Witcher 3.
Witcher 3 for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else up there? If you're gonna push,
Probably like I had in my mind that Fallout was going to be my game of the year, and
I think a lot of people said that going up to Fallout.
yeah, and then I
Yeah.
played. I'm like, it's good, but Witcher 3 just kicks ass.
Okay, James.
It's easy. It's Honey Pop. Why are we even discussing this? No. Look, like you said, there's so many things that came out so different. How do you find some way to compare these things?
Easy with a numerical
With a
value.
number. Look, if we're going to pick one, I'm going to throw out Bloodborne. Great game, great combat, looks fantastic, good multiplayer.
There's multiplayer?
Oh yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah, big part of it. Really interesting multiplayer. It's the game that MMOs should be.
It's an MMO?
Nope.
Okay.
So how do we feel about Hatred taking the number 1 spot?
No.
Hated.
We could put it on the site.
Will it get us hits?
Maybe.
Well,
no. No one would like that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think this year. I don't think we're gonna. There's nothing that because last year I got overwritten by 2 people that really like Destiny for some reason because they're a bit touched. I think.
Well, we all like Life is Strange.
Life is Strange might be the unifying
Well,
factor
if
here.
we were to kind of like pick the highest of each and average them out, on average, I'd say probably Life is Strange.
Yeah.
Like we all really enjoyed it. We all had a great time playing it. We had a good story. We all got different things out of it.
There we go. If we're going to have a goatee, it's Life is Strange, but we all really know that it's Helldivers.
Well, I think it's like the collective goatee is Life is Strange, but no, I don't think any of us would pick Life is Strange as our number 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds good. I think that's good. We'll do that. We'll wrap it up as only being about half an hour over time, which is a fantastic thing for an end of year thing. Thank you everyone for joining us this year in this little experiment, which has been FMVGames, now dead. Goodbye. And reborn next year as 8.5-bit live. We'll be taking 1 week off between now and then to retool a few things. Work out what the hell we're going to do. If you have suggestions of what you want us to do with a new show, let us know, because we want to try a few different things. Mix it up. And if you've got like a really nice place to record with like NBN or something like that, and you want like a bunch of weirdos in your house every Monday night, or you could just nominate yourself.
Yeah.
Especially, I don't know, if you run a microbrewery at home.
Yeah,
Yes,
any
please.
microbreweries.
Or
would
if
be
you
good.
make pixel art based independent games, I'll just be fucking over there. I'll love it. And
Yep.
Anais will tolerate it.
If you want more skin
and James
from
will
Paul,
like it sometimes.
more skin from Paul.
Yeah, if you want 8.5-bit live at night, we're all willing to record. Well, I'm willing to record naked.
Oh, I'm there.
I'm
Sweet.
good.
Yeah.
That'll
I'm
be
already
fun.
not wearing pants. This is why I don't stand up.
It's too hot in
hot
this
for
building.
pants.
We can't have pants.
Yeah. You think he
So
looks this
that-
classy below? No.
And sorry for wearing the same shirt as last week. I had a bunch of
So
shirts on hanger to
embarrassing.
cycle through. Like, there were nice shirts that my wife bought for me, saying, "Oh, you like to look nice on the show, Paul. Have these." And I fucked up. I fucked up real bad.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to get some new shirts out of me. I
Yeah.
bought shirts in Malaysia.
For me?
No,
Sarong
for
shirts?
James.
Oh, new shirts out. I thought I was getting
No.
shirts out of you.
No, don't
Like
really-
you were in shirt dispensary.
No, I do not give out shirts.
Like a Pez?
Yeah.
If I push underneath, will it come out your mouth?
Don't do that.
Okay.
Don't do that.
And the bacon hat is dead.
No, the bacon hat will be back.
No.
The only reason it's not here is because I left it at Paul's house,
No.
and he said we're not turning around to pick up that hat.
I told my wife to burn it.
So bacon hat will be back.
Okay.
Yeah. And a big thanks to Mr. Producer as well. Doing all these.
Yeah.
Producer
Sorry, I wasn't
stuff.
laughing at Mr. Producer.
Yeah.
I was actually
Yeah.
laughing at Mr. Producer's comment on the chat, which is, it's not called average game of the year, James.
It's the best we can do.
That's pretty good. Okay, thank you for watching. I've been your host, Paul.
I've been James.
I've been Anais.
We'll catch you all in the new year. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Hello, future.